Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes the guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. For the final time on the road this regular season, we welcome you into the broadcast booth inside the Von Braun Center. I'm Drew Blevins. This is Marksman Pregame on the Marksman Radio Network as well as Hockey TV. Final meeting of the regular season between the Fayetteville Marksmen and the Huntsville Havoc. This was an exciting contest last night that got off to a very fast start. And the Fayetteville Marksmen jumped all over Huntsville, going to the first period intermission break with a 3-1 lead, courtesy of a pair of goals from Jake Hickey and the game's opening goal from Zach Reimers. I thought last night was a character win for the Fayetteville Marksmen for a couple of reasons. Primarily because guys that had struggled against Pensacola came out and showed out early and often against the Huntsville Havoc yesterday. The other reason is you got some new faces that got into the offensive mix almost immediately, and that's going to be of big-time help for the Marksmen as they head toward the SPHL playoffs here in a couple of weeks. Quick look at the standings board for you. Things are starting to tighten up as we take a look at it. Knoxville is still in first with 82 standings points. Huntsville in second with 80. Peoria had the night off. They're in third with 79. Any of those teams could justifiably win the Coffee Cup as the SPHL's regular season champion. Fayetteville is in fourth with 76 standings points. That's a single-season record for the Marksmen. Their 37th win last night, also a single-season record for the franchise. That was a record that had stood up since 2017 for a Fayetteville franchise that's been around since the 2004-2005 season. Tremendous work by Corey Melkert, who has a lot of people's votes for SPHL Coach of the Year, setting records in only his first season at the helm for the Marksmen. In fifth, Quad City has 67 standings points, 69 after their win last night. Pensacola at 62 with a surprising loss against Evansville, who's in seventh. They have 55 standings points. Roanoke, with a controversial win last night, has 53. They are the eighth and final team in the SPHL playoffs. Those teams that are outside of the playoff window this year, Birmingham in ninth, Macon in 10th, and Vermilion County in 11th as the Bobcats will most likely set the SPHL record for fewest wins in a regular season. Tonight, the Fayetteville Marksmen can jump to within a single win of third place in the league. It's a marksman group that has really turned things up since the change in the calendar year, and I think this is going to be a really good hockey game. Prior to tonight's contest, we caught up with the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. You'll hear his comments right after this.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads?
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads?
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksman season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. We welcome you back to Marksman Pregame. Drew Blevins alongside the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. Coach, your team had an outstanding first period yesterday en route to a 6-2 win. What was the difference maker in those first 20 minutes, did you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like we talk about, we just concentrated on our game. I think we kind of dictated the first period. We hung on to pucks. We possessed pucks. We played the majority of the period down in their end. I think moving on into the second and the third period, after watching, I think the second period was good too. I think we hung on a little bit in the third period, got away from our game, and I guess that's kind of human nature when you have a 3-goal lead going into the third period. But we can't play that way to start the game today, or we'll be in trouble.
And it was production from some of the new guys. Jake Hickey with a pair of goals, Peyton Franti with a goal and an assist. Those were two guys you had been highly complimentary of their game. Franti making his pro debut last night. What did you think of their game, and what made them so effective?
I mean, they're just good hockey players. Obviously I'm high on Canadian university hockey players. I think they're more mature. They're a little older. Most of them played major junior. So, Jacob is, whatever he is, 24 years old. I think, he played good hockey. Obviously, Canadian university is really good hockey. So translate well into this league. And, he's a player that, can do a bunch of things. He skates well. He shoots the puck. He's, learning how to hang on to pucks. Honestly, I think his ceiling's really high. In terms of Peyton, like we talked about yesterday, I think, coming here this weekend, we knew, he was highly touted and things like that. To be honest, I didn't expect him to be as good as he was. I think it's an adjustment coming into pro hockey. And obviously he was really successful last night, but, obviously for him to, being a 6'4" center that can move and play down the middle of the ice is huge, and the ceiling's obviously super high for him too as he continues to grow. So look for those two to continue to get better and help us out here.
Organizationally, that is a big-time win last night as you set the single-season Fayetteville franchise record for most wins and most standings points in a single season. For you and Jason Binkley, a due of congratulations are in order, but for you, looking at the long-term goal, how much does that actually mean, and what does it mean in comparison to having a chance to win a title here in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's pretty cool for the organization, but, Jason and I don't play. I think the record belongs to the players. They're the ones that go out there and give the effort and play every night. They're playing 60 minutes of hockey every night. So for me and Jason, we're just fortunate enough to coach this group. Moving forward, it's not the goal that we're looking for here. We got a long way to go, so hopefully get our game in order and ready to go for the playoffs.
You're going to finish off what is an 11-day road trip after this game tonight, being back home in Fayetteville. How does being on the road for so long and staying in Pensacola, how does that affect your team, the mindset for this group? And do you think it's a needed reset or one of those things that may have a negative effect on attitude going into the final week of the regular season?
No, I think it was good to get the group together for 11 days. Obviously they had a little bit of fun in Pensacola after the weekend, and, I think it's well-deserved. Obviously, they've had a really successful year as a group, so, they got a couple days off, and, obviously it's a long road trip for this league. In higher leagues they do it, so, hopefully tonight we got to go out there and we got to think the game more than anything. I know, some of the guys are probably tired, but we got to check in here for 60 minutes and, cheat defensively, not cheat offensively, and, take care of our own end and things like that, because obviously some of the legs might not be there.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
He's the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. We'll be right back with more Marksmen pregame right after this.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up, they spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
Welcome back inside the Von Braun Center. Drew Blevins with you in the broadcast booth on Marksman pregame here on the Marksman Radio Network and Hockey TV. Let's go ahead and dive into the way these two teams are going to line up against each other going into tonight's contest. For the Marksmen, this is no surprise. Brent Moran is going to get the nod in net this evening. This comes on the back of a 38-save performance from Jason Pulaski. These two netminders have been real veins of success for the Fayetteville Marksmen, especially over last weekend and this weekend, as they've each time had to come up with more than 30 saves in order to get a win. And I think that's something to keep a sharp eye on as we go into playoffs. The first round matchup is for certain going to be either against Quad City or Pensacola. You got a real good look, I think, at a Pensacola team that isn't going to change very much going into the playoff season in a couple of weeks. And for Quad City, I thought that was a group that did a good job creating chances for guys like Shane Bennett. Tommy Sikos is a hard worker, but the Marksman netminding duo has had success against both of those groups. Without getting caught looking ahead, it's Knoxville and Peoria that you worry about being able to generate consistent offense against this Marksman defensive group. But even at that, you never know what happens in a first-round matchup, and I think we're going to get a real good test for the Marksmen defensively, with Roanoke coming into town riding a win streak of their own. That'll be a fun matchup at home Friday, April 8th and Saturday, April 9th. Andrew Lane is the healthy extra this evening. That means Mark Wilson goes back into the lineup. It's really seemed like those two guys are in the personnel battle for the sixth defenseman. Zach Hoffman, I thought, improved last night. He was scratched earlier in the trip. But I thought the guy who had a real resurgence was Zach Reimers. Reimers was under Corey Melkert's thumb all weekend, last weekend against Pensacola, and was actually out of the lineup on Sunday. Drives hard on the first line, makes a play to score the game's opening goal yesterday. And Melkert in the film session this morning was complimentary of Reimers and the way he played. The interesting decision for Glenn DiTullio and the Huntsville Havoc is Hunter Vorva is going to get the nod in net. Last night, I did not think Vorva looked comfortable in the contest. He was often off of his angles, gave up a couple of goals that I think he would have liked to have had back, did not have rebound control on his fourth, and kicked the puck right to Peyton Franti for Franti's first career goal in the pro hockey scene. But Vorva has been the guy all year long with Max Milasek out. I think Vorva is going to be the horse that you ride all the way through the playoffs. But as an undersized netminder in Vorva, you cannot afford to have games where you are off of your angles, where you're not challenging shooters. And even though he made saves down the stretch, it never felt like he got into a consistent rhythm. I think a strong first period is going to be critical again for the Fayetteville Marksmen. We'll talk about that in our next segment with our keys to the game. Bryce Farrell was expected to be in the lineup tonight. We'll see if Glenn DiTullio goes with him. Jay Powell was also a healthy extra yesterday. Farrell, the former Marksman, was chomping at the bit to get a shot against his former team. Did not make the lineup yesterday, and Glenn DiTullio has really favored Carter Rue in the number 16 uniform over Farrell for that 10th position. I'll be interested to see if Farrell gets the nod in the lineup tonight. And I think you make cases for both guys in one form or another. Farrell playing against his former team, maybe an added jump. But right now, those guys are jockeying for that 10th forward position inside Glenn DiTullio's lineup. It'll be the top line to get the start of Jacob Barber, Tyler Piacentini, and Cy Nutkovich. No surprise there as those guys reunite. Barber had been pulled off of that top line yesterday, and it never seemed like that Huntsville group got to a point of good chemistry. Piacentini did score on the power play early in the third period, but I'll be interested to see a sort of hero line of sorts get the nod to start tonight as the Huntsville Havoc look to snap a 3-game losing skid, something that is very rare here in North Alabama. We'll take a pause for these messages from our corporate partners. Coming back on the other side, we'll give you our keys to victory. This is Marksman Hockey.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads?
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads?
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world. of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up, they spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
House is rocking here in Huntsville, Alabama, as the Huntsville Havoc take the ice. Final home game of the season for the Havoc here on Legends Night. It was a fun scene prior to tonight's game with the legends of all of Huntsville hockey playing in an exhibition contest. I'm sure we'll detail that more throughout tonight's broadcast. Let's go ahead and turn your attention to tonight's keys to victories. We'll start things off with the Fayetteville Marksmen. I said it once, I'll say it again. I think the first period is paramount for the Marksmen' success. I highly doubt that this is going to be a Fayetteville group to jump out to a 3-1 lead for a second straight night, but you never know. I think more importantly for the Marksmen is they've got to check in for this first period. If they can get out to a lead, if they can get inserted into the game early, it's a lot easier to ride some momentum into the second and third. But you want to have a good start, and you want to prove to the Havoc that you're here to play. The other thing for the Fayetteville Marksmen, and I think this is something that they improved on yesterday, but it didn't come all the way to fruition, especially in the third period. They've got to keep the shots on goal down. I thought the Marksmen defensively did a fine job of keeping most chances on the perimeter and allowing Jason Pulaski to see the puck. But this is a Huntsville offense you do not want to give multiple opportunities to. And if you're able to keep the shots on goal down, it means you're doing your job defensively. We'll see if the Marksmen are able to clean that up in tonight's game. For the Huntsville Havoc, I think it's all about starting early as well. And this first period is going to be dynamite to watch. As we told you, it's the hero line of Barber, Piacentini, and Nutkovich getting the nod for Huntsville this evening. They've got to get out and they've got to prove to themselves that they're a team that can still win hockey games, because this has been a rough 3-game losing skid for the Havoc. Finally, for Huntsville, I think power plays are critical for them. The Marksmen want to play physical. They know that's how they're going to have to beat this Huntsville group. But being physical sometimes leads to penalties. And if Huntsville can take advantage of their opportunities on the power play, they'll put themselves in a position for success. Folks, that'll do it for us here on the Marksman Radio Network for Marksman Pregame. Puck drop between Huntsville and Fayetteville is next.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful downtown Huntsville, Alabama. Inside the Von Braun Center, this is Fayetteville Marksmen hockey. Tonight, the Fayetteville Marksmen take on the Huntsville Havoc for the final time this regular season, and the last road trip of the regular season comes to an end this evening with a battle between the second and fourth place team in the SPHL. I'm Drew Blevins. I'll be alongside with you for this one. These two teams treated us to a fine contest yesterday. The Marksmen coming away with a 6-2 victory. Don't let the score deceive you. It was hotly contested, especially in the second and third period, but a pair of empty net goals at the tail end gave the Marksmen a much more convincing final scoreline. Brent Moran will get the nod in net for the Fayetteville Marksmen. I think this is particularly interesting to see the way Corey Melkert has configured this starting group. Matt McNair, FX Girard, Jake Hickey, and Drake Glover are all in the starting lineup, along with Zach Hoffman. It is Hickey who is lined up as a defenseman for this starting shift, and I'll be intrigued to see if he stays on the blue line for the entirety of this contest, or if Corey Melkert will bring him back up to the forward ranks. Puck is dropped. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this one from Huntsville as we are off with the final regular season road game of the year. Pitched ahead by the Havoc as Piacentini drives around to Miles Harvey and will scoop the puck all the way around to the far side face-off circle. Gives it to the point for a long drive by Nutkovich that was blocked. Cy Nutkovich getting his own rebound to the far side boards. He'll be taken by Piacentini there as he backhands to Nutkovich, who centers looking for Piacentini. This puck will be taken away by Drake Glover. And the Marksmen are back out to the neutral zone 2-on-2. Glover down the far side boards will collect a rolling puck. Derek Pearl jumps in front of him, sends it to the far side wing, and zips it up ice, where the Marksman will take over. Drifting back into his own end is Don Oliveri, who gives it up to center. This puck is intercepted by Nate Pionk, who had the game's first goal for Huntsville yesterday. Now a chance for Kilchesky. He fires it wide. The rebound taken back behind the net by Bauer Neudecker. Neudecker loses the puck, but Kilchesky, pinching on the near side board, sends it right back to the near corner, where it'll be taken back up ice by Neudecker. Holding it at the tops of the face-off circle, Neudecker on his backhand, shovels one toward the net. Moran says no with a stick as the Marksmen get to the rebound. That's Peyton Franti in his second pro game. Already has 2 points as a Marksman. Backhanded to Zach Reimers, but had the puck knocked away from him on a good defensive stick by Carson Vance. Moved up the near side wing by Neudecker as he gives ahead for Pionk, who shovels a backhander on net, swallowed by Brent Moran, and he'll cover. 91 seconds into this contest, Brent Moran looking for his 15th win of the season. He comes in with a 2.30 goals against average and a 9.30 save percentage. One shutout on the year for Moran. It came in his very first SPHL start. Hunter Vorva getting the nod for Huntsville. He's 27-2 on the season, a 1.90 goals against average and a 9.20 save percentage. Vorva took a little bit of a hit in the statistics yesterday, but still a solid net-minding option for Glenn DiTullio. The Marksmen have the puck in their own zone at the near face-off circle as this one's baseball batted out to the red line, where it'll be controlled and dumped in by Robbie Fisher. Behind the net, Brent Moran will lay this one on a tee for Jarrett Cupp. He backhands off the far side boards, intercepted there by Fisher. A long wrist shot is tipped on the way through, just wide of Moran, and the Marksmen get to it on the near side boards. Swept to the far side wing, and a centering pass to Glover as they cross the blue line is intercepted, and here comes the Havoc the other way. Bear Gendinoff backhands down the near sideboards for a quick wrist shot for Kyle Clark that rolls up the stick of Moran and out of play with 17:43 to go in this first period. Told you Marksman pregame, it's going to be critical to get a good jump in the first period for the Marksmen playing their 5th and final road game on this season-long road trip by distance. But for Huntsville, trying to shake out of the cobwebs of a 3-game losing skid, and they've had chances here in the first couple of minutes. Up the far sideboards, Tanner Fraze had the puck knocked away from him by Cy Nutkovich, and he'll backhand below the goal line to the far corner for Jacob Barber. Barber passes to the far point. This is Dominic Procopio hanging on to the puck. Procopio from the far side corner wraps around and fires for himself. Moran seals at the near side goal post, but the Havoc have the rebound. Barber on the far side boards gave it to the point. He was looking for Derek Pearl, but lifted the puck over his stick. This is a free clear for the Marksmen as Hunter Vorva will have to set it on a tee for Procopio back behind the Huntsville net. Dominic Procopio looking up ice as he steps off the near side goalpost, fires a pass all the way to the attacking blue line at the far boards where Barber will just chip it into attacking ice. New line coming out for Huntsville as the Marksmen break it out on the near side boards. Here's Jake Hickey, who loved to attack from here yesterday. His wrist shot rolls up the stick of Kilchesky and is out of play. Jake Hickey out of Nipissing University. And as Corey Melkert remarked in his pregame comments, an older, more mature player for only now having 5 games played in the SPHL. That's the way it works in Canada's U Sports, is you've typically played major junior hockey, then you're transferring into a school, as Hickey did, and a lot of good hockey played in Jake Hickey's career. It's evident in the way he plays. A heavy forward who doesn't have a ton of size, but has just enough to give you a good knock, and I thought he had a really good game yesterday. Behind the Marksman net, this is Bauer Neudecker tangling up with Harrison Harper. Harper knocked the puck away, but it'll be regained by Neudecker with help from Nate Pionk. Tried to sweep it up to the point, but fanned to the pass, and Glover brings it down the near side wing. The product of Alaska Anchorage gets it into the near side corner, but Huntsville will swarm the puck there as this is Alex Kilchesky. He had an assist on the power play goal scored by Piacentini in the third period of yesterday's contest. The Havoc will break it out up the near side boards as Rob Dara will dump it into the near side corner. Peyton Franti crashing alongside of Bryce Farrell to pick up the puck. Franti wins the battle and now goes all the way up ice looking for Reimers to chase it. He does, beating out Robbie Fisher. Drops to Peyton Franti in the far side wing. He fanned on the shot, but holding the line is Jarrett Cupp. His slapper partially blocked on the way through. It rolls to the goal crease where it's swept into the near side corner. Hard collision there will knock the puck free for the Marksmen as it's given up to the point for Cupp, who had the puck hop over his stick. It bounces all the way down to Moran. He'll shovel across the ice for Mark Wilson to give it ahead to Taylor Best. Best to Taylor Mccloy, who just crossed over the 100-point threshold as a Marksman, had the puck roll off of his forehand. It's covered by Vorva with 15:18 to go in the first period. We remain scoreless here in Huntsville, Alabama. And a really cool moment yesterday as well for the captain, Taylor Mccloy. He assists on the Jake Hickey goal. That's point number 100 as a Marksman. Then added an empty netter, which means Mccloy is only 3 points in back of Kyle McNeil for tying him in third place in all-time Marksman scoring. Huntsville wins the draw. They'll zip it ahead to the blue line, looking for Piacentini. This pass is intercepted by Tanner Fraze, and the Marksmen chip it back out to center, where Dominic Procopio will handle for the Havoc. Given back behind the blue line, and a quick pass up to Piacentini on the near wing is intercepted by Jake Hickey. Backhands down the near boards, looking for Mccloy to chase it. Procopio steps in front of him. He'll backhand toward Derek Pearl. Piacentini having to come back below his own goal line to grab the puck. Sent to the far boards, and Nutkovich calls for it on the near wing, crossing the red line. He'll dump it into the near corner. Piacentini and Hoffman going to jockey for the puck. Won by Zach Hoffman to Jake Hickey on the near side wing. And the Marksmen are back out to center with Tyler Dill carrying the puck. Dill out of Wilkes University will dump it behind to Vorva. It hops over his stick, and Kilchesky sends it right into the skates of 2 Marksmen. But fortunately, the Havoc will take the puck as Dara pulled it out of the traffic and dumps it in behind the net. Bodies colliding behind the cage as Carson Vance, the defenseman, hopped up in the rush. He'll force a turnover in the far side wing. Pionk had the puck taken away from him, and Glover's up the far side boards. The Marksmen are right back out and into their attacking zone. From behind the net, Nate Pionk will drop it back for Carson Vance, the former Elmira enforcer. Backhands to the near side corner for Kilchesky, who will send it to the near wing, and Rob Dara carries it ahead of the red line and shoots it into the attacking zone. Moran slows the puck for Don Oliveri at the far side wing. He'll give it up to the forward core. This is Zach Reimers. Backhands through the middle of the ice for Peyton Franti, who's into the attacking zone. Peyton Franti at the top of the near face-off circle. Gives to Harrison Harper. He'll swing to the far side circle. Long drive by Reimers is knocked down on the way through as Taylor Best was knocked into the net behind of Hunter Vorva. He's going to get the puck here. Shoveled in front. They score! Peyton Franti bangs another one home in front. What effort. And the Fayetteville Marksmen have a 1-0 lead with 13:18 to go in the first period. I initially said Franti. I apologize. That's going to be Zach Reimers' goal. And for the second straight night, Reimers will open the scoring. And the Marksmen have taken the air out of the building here early in the first period for the second straight night. This goal comes 6:42 into the first period. Reimers with his 11th of the season. Harper and Best will have the assists. Harrison Harper with his 9th assist of the season as Huntsville ices the puck here, and that'll take us to a commercial break. 13:01 to go in the first period here from the Rocket City. The Marksmen have a 1-0 lead.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Welcome back to Huntsville, Alabama. Drew Blevins alongside you. Right off the friendly shores of the Big Indian Creek, the first man-made creek dug in the state of Alabama, and it is a gorgeous walk to the Von Braun Center creekside. Filled with Asian carp and koi fish. You've got to actually get into the river to find the channel catfish that are storied in this area and were the namesake of the SEHL team in Huntsville in the early 2000s. They've maintained the identity, and every now and then you'll see the blue and black of the Channel Cats come back out here in Huntsville on retro nights. But absolutely gorgeous seeing the fish and the Muscovy ducks that are hanging out in Big Spring Park. In the near side corner, Matthew Newcomb digging for the puck, taken away from him by Jarrett Cupp. Corey Melkert was not particularly happy with Cupp's game yesterday alongside of Andrew Lane, and that's rare. Cupp very rarely has off nights. He's been called the most consistent defenseman by Corey Melkert so far this season. Rare to see him struggle. He'll have the puck here up the far sideboards. Cross-ice pass to Best, who receives on his forehand down the near wing. Centers looking for Tanner Fraze, who is cutting to the middle. He's knocked off the puck by Procopio back behind the net. Huntsville will take it up the near side wing as Nutkovich was dropped on the way back by Taylor Mccloy. Taylor Best scoops up the puck at the red line. Down the far wing he goes. Best cuts to center. Lost the puck as he backhands it up to the point. Best will take it himself again, swinging it to Taylor Mccloy, who will play it back behind the net. Fraze jumping on to possession here, but Procopio sweeps it away from him as Hoffman dives into the near side boards, knocking the puck free, and Huntsville just wants to send this one out beyond center. Piacentini fights his way through Hoffman, backhanded in front. Moran throws out the glove side leg pad and melts the puck with Piacentini in front. Now we're going to get a shoving match. Everybody throwing punches. Piacentini wanting a piece of Miles Harvey. And that's got to be nothing but a whole lot of hot air from the SPHL shortest player. Piacentini will be escorted away to the Huntsville bench. I don't think we'll see any penalties from this, but that's a win for Corey Melkert. He wanted to play Miles Harvey and Zach Hoffman against Cy Nutkovich, and Tyler Piacentini for that exact reason, as he wanted to throw them off of their game. And Nutkovich is actually taking a stroll into the Huntsville locker room, and we'll keep an eye on that. Nutkovich has struggled with upper body concerns throughout his career and has still put up 66 points this season, fighting through a couple of concerns. Of course, the major miss right now is Nolan Kaiser. McNair has dropped, took the hit to make a play as Gerard's shot is deflected as he crosses the blue line up into the protective netting and out of play. 11:16 to go in the first period. Just had this note passed across to me, is that based on listing, it's a full 14 inches of height difference between Miles Harvey and Tyler Piacentini. That's fascinating, but bodies are starting to fly around here. A headman pass stretches too far for the intended recipient, who was Nate Pionk, and Moran will melt the puck. This is not the game that the Fayetteville Marksmen want to play either. They don't want to get into this hitting contest. It's already a thin lineup with Shane Bednard placed on season-ending IR after sustaining the injury against Roanoke. But for the Marksmen, they'll be glad to hang in a contest where the other team is not focused on playing hockey. And for the Huntsville Havoc and Glenn DiTullio, they've got to tighten the screws down the stretch of this season. As to be the big bad bear that they were at the beginning of the year, things have certainly cooled off here in March and April. Marksman will carry the puck ahead of the attacking blue line as Peyton Franti left it in space. This will be taken by Bryce Farrell, and the former Marksman will dump it in around the kick plate. The far side boards, Gendanov is unable to corral it, and the Marksman will take the puck. Still trapped in their own zone. As scooting back to grab it is Peyton Franti. One of the Marksman defensemen blows an edge. That was actually Taylor Best on a rare misstep. Up the far side boards, Franti unable to corral it, but Jarrett Cupp will backhand to Taylor Best, and he'll look up ice. Best crosses the red line, touches around Derek Pearl, but Nutkovich watches closely. He'll go back to chase the puck, swinging it to the far side defenseman, who is Procopio. Dumped in by Huntsville into the near side wing. Jacob Barber takes a hit with Nutkovich trailing for the puck. Piacentini takes it. He bounces it right to the slot. Nutkovich unable to corral it. Now Hoffman backhanded right to Piacentini. He gives up to the point. Pearl magically holds the line on a one-handed pool cue across the rink. Nutkovich in the far side corner feeds Procopio looking for a lane. He fires a shot off the backside of Barber. Now swung back to the front by Piacentini, and Barber swings it just wide. All the way back out to center. The Marksman will just lift it as Nutkovich is already awaiting at the red line. Dumped back in by Huntsville with Piacentini going to chase, but we've got an arm up. This is going to be icing against the Havoc, and a rare miscue for Huntsville. 9:18 to go in the first period here from the Von Braun Center. Marksmen have a 1-0 lead.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
.9:18 to go in the first period here from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama at the Von Braun Center. And during the break, Cy Nutkovich has come over to the referee, Derek Calise, along with Don Oliveri. And Corey Melkert, very much true to what he said, expected this. He expected Nutkovich to be thrown off of his game, and he said Tyler Piacentini is going to try to jump into some rough stuff and start extracurriculars. Cy Nutkovich is going to complain. And so far, just beyond the halfway point in this first period, that's held true. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Hunter Vorva after a Huntsville icing. And the Marksmen win this one cleanly to Miles Harvey. A rolling puck eludes the stick of Harvey as Piacentini's on him. Harvey wins the puck battle. A centering pass just wide of Matt McNair. Now up the far side boards. FX Girard will swing it in. This one ricochets off of Kilchesky and bounces to Piacentini. He gains the red line and dumps it in, sending Nate Pionk to go chase, but this will be icing again against Huntsville. 8:58 remaining here in this first period. The Marksmen will have another attacking zone draw upcoming here. Vorvo will once again tend to his blocker's side. And interestingly enough, the Marksmen have scored on only 3 shots on net. And don't let that confuse you. It hasn't been a game that has been grossly tilted in Huntsville's favor. It's just been one of those symptoms. The Marksmen haven't hit the net. They've shot the puck. This one's off the outside of the cage. Moran sweeps across to seal on the near side post from Dara's chance and slid so hard he knocked the net off. And Brent Moran will handle the net himself. And speaking of nets and pegs, go have a look at the way the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs won last night's contest. A controversial disallowed goal by the Knoxville Ice Bears. Certainly Huntsville happy about that. That keeps them just 2 points out of the first place spot. But the rule in hockey that was changed a small handful of years ago was if the net is still on its pegs and the pegs are still in contact with the ice as the net raises up, the net's considered to be in place. That's a good goal. But Sean Hoppy, the referee, waved it off immediately. And I think it was one of those situations, it's so close you have to stick with the call on the ice. And certainly that's what Sean Hoppy did. And the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs riding the high of a 5-game winning streak, losing to Knoxville at last check 2-0 at the end of the first period. They'll come to Fayetteville next weekend for the final weekend of the regular season. Marksmen have the puck in their own zone. They'll spin it the length of the rink. And this will be icing against Fayetteville as that puck just misses the far side post of Hunter Vorva's net. 7:57 to go in the first period here from Huntsville. 1-0 the Marksmen in the driver's seat on Zach Reamer's second goal of the weekend. I think you got to love that, though, if you're Corey Melkert. And he was highly critical of Reamers all weekend. And actions speak louder than words when Reamers was scratched. And then to come in this weekend, score the game's opening goal in both contests. That's major. Mccloy will take the draw from the Marksman at the far side circle of his own end. He loses this one as Newcomb will sweep it up to the point for Procopio. Long wrist shot watched into the gut of Brent Moran. No rebound given. There's a guy in Brent Moran who has been consistent and a stalwart in net for the Fayetteville Marksmen. Joined this group at the tail end of January, shut out the Macon Mayhem, reeled off 8 straight wins for the Marksmen in his SPHL debut and was just an absolute gem in those games and has maintained a high level of play here. He and Jason Pulaski are one of 2 goaltending tandems active in the league to combine for 30 wins as Vorvo will swallow the puck here with a brewing chance for the Marksmen offensively. And that was Reamers once again, who just got a pass tied up in the defensive skates of Dominic Procopio. Small victories for the Marksmen. A lot more attacking zone draws here in the first period of today's game compared to yesterday's contest, as Franti will tow in to take this one against Nutkovich. And Nutkovich wins it cleanly back behind of Hunter Vorva. That'll start a breakout and a headman pass for Jacob Barber, who used to play in the middle of Alabama with the Birmingham Bulls. Made the switch this season and has been really good offensively. He centers for Nutkovich, but the drive is knocked down by Brent Moran. A rebound to the far corner. This is Dominic Procopio, bodied up by Zach Hoffman, but gets rid of the puck to the far side point for Nutkovich. Steps into a wrist shot. That's tipped on the way through. Barber has the rebound. He fires. It's blocked by Hoffman. In the near side corner now, Miles Harvey will be able to send this one over the stick of Nutkovich. It did not make contact, and this will be icing against Fayetteville with 6:55 to go in this first period. Thought this was going to be a game that was going to have a pretty good clip to it, but seems like right now both teams content to trade icings. And the faceoff comes back down to the glove side of Brent Moran. 6:55 to go in this first period, 1-0 Marksmen. Fayetteville wins this draw and breaks it out up the far side boards. A headman pass for Pest goes off of his skates and bounces to Peyton Franti. Down the near wing he goes. This is intercepted by Dara, who will send it to the red line for Neudecker. To Nate Pionk on the near side wing. He steps to the high slot looking for a shooting lane, but was tied up from behind by Miles Harvey. The puck loose at the far side hash marks. The Marksmen will be able to dig this one out to the blue line, but not out. Now Neudecker, he winds and fires. Gloved by Brent Moran. It's a good reflex save for a long and limber netminder in Moran. It's so funny to see Brent Moran off the ice as well. He's someone who, very similar to Harrison Harper, whom he was teammates with at Nipissing, is always talking, always telling stories. Just a real people person, but kind of a long, limbering figure, almost looks clumsy, and then you put him on skates and you just see the hand-eye coordination and the competitive drive. This puck lines up in front here. Good drive by Neudecker, blockered away by Moran to the far corner. Tyler Dill in trouble, has to back it out to Harper. Calling back for it, Dill has it on the far side boards. Flips this one to the red line, over the stick of FX Girard, but that will spin Carson Vance back to retrieve for Huntsville. Vance to his defensive partner, who is Kilchesky. He sends it up ice to Newcomb, avoiding a hit and taking the puck is Oliveri. He winds for a slap shot off the stick of Kilchesky and out of play. Don Oliveri, Marksman team leader in points, but also leads the league in shots by a mile. Faceoff will stay in the Fayetteville attacking end. 46 seconds away from the final media timeout of the period. The Marksmen win this draw to the near side point. As Mark Wilson will backhand to Peyton Franti, who will need some help from Zach Reimers. This puck comes to the near side hash marks. Reimers holds it to Franti at the bottom of the near circle. Up to the point for Mark Wilson. His wrist shot tipped on the way through, just wide of the far side post. The Marksman gets the rebound. Pest looked at Wilson, but it's intercepted by Gendidov, but he gives it right back to Taylor Pest, and the Marksmen are into attacking ice. Pest in the high slot, lost the puck, and Gendidov will turn back in his own end before giving the puck to Robbie Fisher. Fisher gains the red line and shoots it off the far side boards below the goal line. Jarrett Cupp is back to retrieve the puck for Fayetteville. Cupp up the far side boards, crosses the red line into the attacking zone, avoiding a hit from Newcomb. Cupp fires, Vorva with a big save. Rebound still loose as Cupp is dropped behind the net. Marksman holding the line in the form of Tanner Fraze on the far side boards. The last man in was Gendinov as he'll swing to the near side boards, but Miles Harvey stepping right back into the attacking end for the Marksman. Harvey all the way into the near side corner. Swung his stick a little wildly there. He may have caught his own teammate Fraze. This puck comes out of the near side corner. Will be controlled by Cy Nutkovich, who will swing it to Jacob Barber on the far side half wall. Barber will get some help from Derek Pearl, but Huntsville struggling to enter the attacking end as the Marksmen shoot it all the way back beyond their attacking blue line. Huntsville there to retrieve. Nutkovich on the near side wing. Feeds it to the far side boards. This pass is intercepted, and Jake Hickey brings it ahead of the red line. He's stick checked from behind as Barber sends it right back up the near side boards. Hard hit delivered here by Piacentini, but he's able to get the puck into the attacking end. Intercepted there by Hoffman, who finds Mccloy. Knocked it right back for Zach Hoffman, who will headman the puck for Hickey. Hickey all over Kilchesky with a well-placed defensive stick to take it away from him. This will be dumped in by Jacob Barber from the red line all the way around the kick plate to the far side corner. Zach Hoffman there for the Marksman with the centerman. That's Taylor Mccloy. Mccloy will take the puck ahead to Glover. He's back into neutral ice, avoiding a hit from Nate Pionk, who took the worst of that himself. Glover dumps it into the near corner. Alex Kilchesky there with a little bit of time. Backhands to the near side boards. This is Pionk, who will swing it up the near side half wall. Rob Dara into attacking ice. A cross ice pass for Vance is thrown toward the net, but blocked by Oliveri behind the cage. This one's bouncing up on the skirting. Brent Moran wanting a whistle, reaches behind him. He'll grab the puck and we'll get a whistle. 3:24 to go in the first period here in Huntsville. The Marksmen holding a 1-0 lead.
Hey, you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome back to Huntsville, Alabama. Drew Blevins alongside you in the broadcast booth from the Von Braun Center. And this complex, way back, now over 40 years ago, was the first city outside the state of Nevada that Elvis Presley played 5 straight nights. It's a Huntsville town that is very proud of their history, and just back in 2019 celebrated their 200-year anniversary. It's been a joy to be here for the majority of the week as this face-off is won by the Havoc. Neudecker gives up to the point. Long wrist shot from Carson Vance, knocked away by Moran. The rebound thrown back toward the net, off the outside of it. Pionk to Carson Vance, pushes to the far face-off circle. Here's a drive by Dara, blocked by Harrison Harper, who controls the loose puck. Curled it to Drake Glover. He's unable to get it out as Neudecker feeds the far side corner for Dara. All the way around the kick plate, Kilchesky pinching, lost the puck, and Matt McNair sends it to Drake Glover. Fayetteville survives. Out to center it goes. McNair down the near sideboards, taken away from him by Matthew Newcomb. Newcomb tried to center the puck. It's over the stick of Neudecker. Jarrett Cupp, remaining on side, will dump it into the near corner for McNair to chase. McNair escorted to the end wall by Carson Vance as he goes digging with his feet for the puck. Matt McNair out of Adrian College wins the puck battle initially, but Vance squashes him right along the near side boards again. Awaiting the puck is Taylor Best. He's got it up the near side half wall. Gives to the point for Cupp. A wrist shot blocked before it got to Hunter Vorva. The rebound taken by Vance. He'll slap it around the far side boards. This is going to be icing against the Havoc as the puck crosses the goal line on the far side boards, and we'll get a whistle. Marksmen are being outshot in this period 18-6 by the Huntsville Havoc. And as we told you in Marksman pregame, that's the number the Marksmen want to keep down, as Huntsville currently is on track for 54 shots in this hockey game. And that is not where the Marksmen want to be, especially after giving up 40 last night. This faceoff is won forward by the Marksmen as Peyton Franti will backhand from the far corner to the far point. Jarrett Cupp backhands it into the attacking zone. It ricochets off the linesman, who was Noah Ackerman. And Huntsville will get a fortuitous bounce as Kyle Clark will chase the puck behind his attacking net. Marksmen begin the breakout. They control it as Franti is dropped by Barber. That'll give the puck to Kyle Clark, who spins in the near side corner. Clark rolling back up to the point, has this puck at the bottom of the near face-off circle, shoveled it toward the slot. Moran's the first one in. Bryce Farrell gets a knock-in on Moran, and now another gathering of the Clans right in front of the net. Farrell lost his helmet in the process here, and we'll see if there will be a penalty given to Bryce Farrell. He was in a hair late. And there will be a penalty given to Farrell here as he'll skate over to the penalty box. And Tyler Piacentini frustrated. This is going to be slashing on Farrell. And that's important for this reason. It's not the fact that he was there in front of the net and made contact with Moran. It's the fact that the type of contact he made is illegal. So the Marksmen will go to the St. Peter Pest Control power play here, 18-22 into the first period. St. Peter Pest Control provides year-round pest control solutions. Send all your bugs to see St. Peter. As the former Marksman Bryce Farrell sits for 2 for slashing. Marksmen have the puck in their own zone on the near side half wall. But Best turns the puck over as it'll be taken by Derek Pearl, and he'll clear it the length of the rink with Piacentini chasing. He's bumped by Peyton Franti and coughs up the puck. The Marksmen will control from behind their own net. Don Oliveri, the quarterback of this top power play unit, will spin it back for Taylor Best. He enters the zone cleanly. Best backhands into the slot as turning with it here is Franti. Nearly gives the puck away as Newcomb hustles back for it. Franti recovers on his own error at the red line. He'll give it to Tanner Fraze, turning around of Nutkovich. Now to Don Oliveri, who sees Glover on the near wing. The Marksmen are right back into attacking ice. Oliveri pushes to the far side face-off circle, looking for Reimers. He's knocked off the puck, and Huntsville will ice it. Very similar to yesterday, the Marksmen have not had a lot of zone time on the power play. They're reliant on that zone entry against this Huntsville opponent. And this four-man group really collapses well on pucks that go low in their defensive zone. Here's Jake Hickey in the near side corner. One-man pressure this time, and the Marksmen will steer out of it. Jarrett Cupp at the near side point, all the way across for Reimers. He gives to Hickey in the high slot, who fires just wide. Jumping onto the rebound, Taylor Mccloy. He shovels back toward the front of the net all the way to the point. Cup with 8 seconds to go. Gives it to Reimers, who will send it back behind the net for Mccloy. 4 seconds to go. Marksmen need to get a shot off. Hickey gives it up to the point. One-timer at the buzzer. Knocked away by Hunter Vorva with the goal stick, and that'll take us to the first period intermission. Shots on goal through the first period for the Huntsville Havoc, 19, and for the Fayetteville Marksmen, 6. But on the scoreboard, Zach Reimers has the lone marker of this one. The Fayetteville Marksmen hold a 1-0 lead. We'll be right back after these messages from our corporate partners. Coming back on the other side, we'll recap the period that was during our first period intermission report. We'll also talk playoff picture. This is Marksman Hockey.
How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salad.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksman season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Baby, we have spiders on every corner outside our house.
Okay, I'll call someone to take care of it.
Baby, we have fire ants all over the yard.
Alrighty, I'll call someone else to take care of that.
Baby, these mosquitoes, you have got to go.
Here we go again.
One call to St. Peter Pest Control provides all these services. Total pest protection for one low monthly payment. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
At Carolina's Dentists and Spring Lake Oral Surgery, we believe in creating a positively different experience.
We are proud to serve Eastern North Carolina, including Fayetteville, Spring Lake, and Rayford.
We use the best in dental technique and technology to make Carolina's Dentist your one-stop shop for quality dental care and oral care.
Book your appointment today to come experience the Carolinas Dentist difference.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
We welcome you back to Huntsville, Alabama. Drew Blevins alongside you in the broadcast booth here on the Marksman Radio Network and Hockey TV. 20 minutes of play in the books here from the Rocket City. The Fayetteville Marksmen have a 1-0 lead on a goal from Zach Reimers that comes 6:42 into the first period. It's Reimers from Taylor Best and Harrison Harper. And a big goal at that point for the Marksmen. Bigger, I think, because there hadn't been a lot going for Fayetteville early on in the hockey game. I think they were stymied, especially after yesterday's effort. And Corey Melkert told me before this game started that he knew this was going to be a difficult matchup and that he really wasn't thinking of this as a road trip that had lasted 11 days and now you were getting into the final 20 hours before being able to set foot on the sweet, sweet soil of the Sandhills. He said this is a road trip that has 60 minutes left in it, and we've got to check in, and we've got to make plays during those 60 minutes. And for Zach Reimers, he does. Driving in front of the net, Taylor Best with a great feed, and that's all set up on a zone keep from Harrison Harper. And that's exactly the type of goals Corey Melkert likes to see. Very defensive-minded head coach, but that's just a good offensive play. It's great execution. The puck goes deep, and Taylor Best is a dangerous enough player in his first SPHL season that he's going to make that pass to the front, and Reimers converts on it. And that's a fantastic finish by this Fayetteville Marksman group. Bryce Farrell takes a penalty at the end of the period, officially 18:22 into the first period. It's for slashing as he whacked at the glove of Brent Moran. That was the lone penalty that spurned an altercation that had a couple of more shoves thrown in it. The Marksmen will have 22 seconds remaining on the St. Peter Pest Control power play. But one of the strengths of this Huntsville team is their penalty kill. They're fourth in the league, operating at just a hair under 84%. That's really, really good in the SPHL. And while the Havoc don't have the most potent power play, that penalty kill is arguably, if not just a little bit more dangerous, especially going into playoff time. Look, you know you're going to give penalties up in a hockey game. You're going to give the other team power play opportunities. Having a kill that works consistently and operates at a high percentage is a weapon for so many different reasons. And Huntsville right now has that weapon, one the Fayetteville Marksmen do not. Keep an eye on this throughout the game, though, as there was a lot of extracurricular conversation between Tyler Piacentini and Cy Nutkovich, who were worried about what was going on outside the whistles, if you will, as the Marksmen have been a heavy team to play against this weekend. They've especially bodied up Piacentini and Nutkovich, but that's exactly the way the Marksmen wanted to play against this Huntsville group. They wanted to be the more physical team, and Huntsville is a team that really has to win in a very specific way. They've got to play the game straight up. When you start getting physical with them, it quite literally knocks them off of their game. We've seen the repercussions of that here in the first period. We'll pause for these messages from our corporate partners. Coming back on the other side, we'll give you a preview of the SPHL playoff picture as we head into the final weekend of the regular season starting next Friday. This is Marksman Hockey.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads?
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads?
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back to Huntsville, Alabama. Drew Blevins alongside you during our first period intermission report. Wanted to take the time to give you an update on the SPHL playoff picture. As we've told you and as you're well aware, every playoff spot has been claimed. We know the 8 teams that are going to be in the playoffs. We just don't know the official order. Oddly enough, in a weekend that there could have been a lot of moving and shaking, there has not been. Knoxville is in the first place position. Right now, they would take on the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. Knoxville is ahead of Huntsville by only 2 points for first place. Roanoke trails Evansville for 7th by only 2 points as well. Huntsville is in 2nd. Evansville is in 7th. Huntsville and Peoria separated by only a point, so a chance the Havoc could fall as low as 3rd, especially with a loss tonight. Peoria has a 2-0 lead on Vermilion County at last check. Right now, they would match up against the Pensacola Ice Flyers, but interestingly enough, Pensacola will finish the season with 3 games against the Macon Mayhem after they play Evansville tonight. They also have a 2-0 lead over Evansville. Fayetteville locked into play Quad City right now, but again, none of those seeds are certain. Oddly enough, the one that is almost assured is the Marksmen finishing in 4th, as even with the win tonight, they would trail Huntsville by 2 points. They would be just 1 behind Peoria, who will play Quad City twice, Sunday and then Friday of next week. Right now, mathematically, the Marksmen could make it up to 3rd, but when you look at opponents, and you don't want to get caught win counting, it looks like the Marksmen are going to finish 4th, and the only battle left to see then for them is who will win out between Quad City and Pensacola. It's going to be a fun playoff first round, and I believe we're due for at least one, if not two, upsets. We'll talk more about that next weekend when we return home to Fayetteville on Friday, April 8th, and Saturday, April 9th for the regular season finale. Coming up after this break, we'll take you around the world of sports. SPHL action aplenty. And there's a basketball game going on you might want an update on. This is Marksman Hockey.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back to Huntsville, Alabama. Final segment of our first period intermission report. Let's go for a quick spin around the SPHL. We'll start things off with a game that has just gone final from the Macon Centerplex. Birmingham defeating the Macon Mayhem 4-3 in overtime. That was going to be a very meaningful game for Birmingham, and I think that's going to be a team that will have a resurgence next year. Kevin Kerr has really helped Craig Simchuk turn that program around. This could have been meaningful if Kerr had come in only a couple of weeks before he did in the middle of December. In Roanoke, about to drop the puck on the third period, Knoxville has a 3-2 lead over the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. In Pensacola, the Ice Flyers lead Evansville 2-0. And from Carver Arena, Peoria has a 2-0 lead on Vermilion County. In the Final Four earlier today, Kansas knocked off Villanova as the last number 1 seed standing. The Jayhawks will make the championship game on Monday, and still very early in this one, the North Carolina Tar Heels leading the Duke Blue Devils 6-4 with 14:56 to go in the first half from New Orleans. You can feel the heat coming from New Orleans, Louisiana. And, oh yes, it's even radiating out of the state of North Carolina, where the Fayetteville Marksmen will return early on Sunday morning. The sun will rise again tomorrow, regardless of which team wins. Speaking of teams winning, the Fayetteville Marksmen are winning over the Huntsville Havoc 1-0 right now. Second period puck drop is next.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up. They spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
Welcome back to the Von Braun Center here in Huntsville, Alabama. Drew Blevins alongside you. Time to drop the puck on period number 2. Huntsville will be a man down for 22 seconds with Bryce Farrell, the former marksman, in the penalty box for slashing. Huntsville has had a sharp penalty kill this weekend, operating at just a hair under 84% on the season. The marksman will go from left to right across your radio dial here in period number 2. Top power play group out for the marksman with a couple of changes. Don Oliveri with Jarrett Cupp on the blue line. Taylor Mccloy, Tanner Fraze, and Jake Hickey are the forwards. So this is a new look for this man advantage unit. As the marksmen win the opening faceoff of the second period, but turn the puck over to Piacentini, who will swing it to Cy Nutkovich, and he'll kill time by backing it out to the red line before dumping it below his attacking goal line. Oliveri awaits back behind to Brent Moran, sends it to the near side wing. Here's Tanner Fraze into the attacking zone. Quick wrist shot, big rebound. Hickey fans on it. We return to 5-on-5 hockey as Huntsville kills it despite the late chance on the zone entry. Tyler Piacentini to the far side boards. This is Derek Pearl, who will push to Nutkovich, dumps it in over Bryce Farrell, who gets off on to the bench for a change. Don Oliveri will hold on to the puck here for the marksman. He'll give it right back, and the marksman will start things up from their own end. Hoffman pushes it up ice for Mccloy, who gets help from Fraze to club it ahead. Mccloy's partially in on a breakaway. Vorva throws out the glove side leg pad, makes a big save. Now a chance for Nate Pionk. He holds at the bottom of the near circle. Test Moran short side. He'll find it in his paraphernalia and hang on. Nate Pionk scoring last night. The opening goal for the Huntsville Havoc made it 2-1 midway through the first period. Many will recognize the Pionk name from Neil, who plays with the Winnipeg Jets. That's Nate's brother. As the Winnipeg Jets push for a Western Conference playoff spot, they'll have to hop over the Vegas Golden Knights. This is Alex Kilchesky with a shot from the point, deflected up into the protective netting by FX Girard. 18:44 to go in the second period. 1-0, the marksmen hanging on to this lead. But once again, it's been a lot of shots on goal for this Huntsville group, and you keep throwing pucks to the net, good things bound to happen. Here's Kilchesky with a drive from the near point. Turned out with a blocker by Moran as the puck ends up on the near side hash marks. Fayetteville bounces it out to the red line, but Kilchesky will lift it into the near corner of the Havoc attacking end. Marksman with a controlled breakout up the near side boards. This is Matt McNair with speed. Drops for FX Girard. The near side hash marks. He'll turn back up to the point. Girard, shielding away from Nate Pionk, will backhand to the far side corner. Taken there by Glover, who's working on Kilchesky. Leaves it for FX Girard. He's upended by Nate Pionk. McNair coming to find the puck. Now gives to Girard to the far side hash marks. All the way up to the point. Quick drive by Cupp is spun up in to the high glass by Vorva, but the puck stays in play. This is Drake Glover back behind his attacking net. Picked up by the marksman, who will swing it to Mark Wilson. Pionk intercepts the pass and will give to Carson Vance. He'll jump ahead to the near side hash marks, dumping it to the far corner. Reimers picks up the puck. He'll send it ahead to McNair. Gave it for Glover, who tried to swing it to the near side boards. This is intercepted, and Huntsville will dump it in. Mark Wilson onto the puck here for the marksman. Backhands to the near side wing. Peyton Franti skates hard down the near boards. Long wrist shot turned away with the far side pad by Vorva, and the puck will bounce back out to center. Harrison Harper from the far red line clubs it into the attacking end. Vorva on his backhand in the trapezoid will send it to the far side boards for Elliott St. Pierre. Into the near corner now for Robbie Fisher. He'll stand directly behind Vorva. Steps off the near side goalpost. Headmans the puck for Newcomb, who was just able to get a piece of that puck as it enters the attacking zone behind a Brent Moran. Harper now for Don Oliveri. He'll look up and find Peyton Franti. Franti fans on a pass, has help there from Harper, who sends it to the near sideboards. A bouncing puck will be intercepted here as it's Gendinov. Bear Gendinov lost the puck to the diving Harrison Harper. Will get help behind the cage from Kyle Clark. Clark and Gendinov work directly behind to Brent Moran. A hard takedown, loosens up the puck. It's Jacob Barber to take it. Barber for Huntsville at the near side hash marks now. Throws one toward the net. It was a hard enough shot to take the stick from Oliveri's hands. Now a chance for Procopio from the far side face-off circle. Kicked out by Moran. And the puck will bounce up the far side boards back out to center. Pass to the near side wing for Barber. Deflected up into the... out of play, I should say, by Oliveri. 16:21 to go here in this second period. It's a face-off that should take place in neutral ice. I would imagine it's center, and they're going to say the face-off instead will take place right in front of the Huntsville penalty box at neutral ice. Nutkovich will go at it here against Mccloy, and Cy Nutkovich wins it. He's been good in the face-off circle in the first half of this game. Miles Harvey in his own end at the far corner. Lifts it up for Jake Hickey, handcuffed by the pass. It'll be taken by Piacentini in the far side corner. Tyler Piacentini leaves for Jacob Barber, who will swing it up to the point, and Derek Pearl. He finds Cy Nutkovich between the face-off circle. Slapper, here it comes. Knocked down by Moran. Big rebound. Moran got a piece of it with the catching side shoulder. Back behind the net, Derek Pearl has it, but we've got a whistle in front as the net is dislodged from its pegs. And that'll draw a round of boos as Piacentini's back into it with Zach Hoffman. Marksmen are under the skin of Tyler Piacentini. And he's a feisty little guy. When you're that size, you've got to have a little bit of what Corey Melkert calls jam. Piacentini didn't have it yesterday. He's found it tonight. And I really thought Huntsville did not have a strong effort in the contest yesterday. They got jumped all over in the first period and just never found their mojo to get it back going. Here's Pearl. Steps into a wrist shot that's blocked by Miles Harvey on the way through. Harvey to the far side corner will pitch the puck. It'll be taken there by Jake Hickey. Using the end wall to bounce it to Zach Hoffman. He's bumped by Piacentini, giving the puck back for Harvey. He's pressured from behind as Harvey will find Mccloy. And Taylor Mccloy will give the puck to Hoffman. Across the red line at the near boards. Finds Mccloy, who fires and scores! Taylor Mccloy from the slot beats Vorva glove side. 2-0 Marksmen. And that's point number 102 for Taylor Mccloy. As this goal comes 4:34 into the second period. And Mccloy is just 2 points away from tying Kyle McNeil for third all-time in Fayetteville Marksmen scoring. What an accomplishment that would be for him. This is skated ahead of the blue line by Drake Glover, but intercepting the puck here is Bauer Neudecker. I thought he was the best player on the ice yesterday for Huntsville. Neudecker and Gendinov, and they were getting a lot of ice time from Glenn DeTulio. From their own end, Huntsville will break it out. This is Rob Dara, who was surprisingly quiet yesterday. Dara crosses the attacking blue line, looking ahead for Pionk. The pass was tipped by FX Sherrard back checking, but in the near side corner, Pionk will take the puck again. Steered up ice by Harrison Harper. Gets it out beyond his own blue line. As twisting with it is Vance across for Kilchesky, who's forced to dump it in. Dara on the near side boards, unable to hold the line. As hustling over to take the puck was Farrell. He loses to Drake Glover, who tried to pull cue it ahead. Intercepted. Now Dara to the slot on the backhand. They score. And it's Bauer Neudecker, who split the defense with speed, got the pass, and scored. And that's good pressure, and it's the former marksman, Bryce Farrell, who came in, laid a body check, forced a turnover, and his team pulls within one. 5:36 into the second period. For Neudecker, his 17th of the season, as he'll hit 30 points on the year. And Huntsville wins the ensuing faceoff. We'll see what kind of jump That will give the Huntsville Havoc. Marksmen will take the puck in their own end. Thrown toward the net by Reimers. This is blocked, but Reimers got a piece of the breakout pass with his far skate to help hold the line. Now Reimers in the near corner will pin Bryce Farrell. This puck comes up to the point. Mark Wilson, the near side board, sends it to the near corner. A sandwiching hit delivered here by Bryce Farrell with help from Robbie Fisher. That knocked down Taylor Best as Huntsville will just dump it all the way out. Backspin on this puck, so Jarrett Cupp will have to take it. He's handcuffed, needing help from Mark Wilson as Matthew Newcomb will chase it. Marksmen survive. Peyton Franti up the near side wing for Zach Reimers, and into the near corner it goes. Puck will be taken here by Huntsville. This is Barber rushing up ice. He's got Nutkovich going with him. Barber hanging on to the puck, zips it across as Franti got a piece of that pass. Nobody home for Huntsville. Procopio gets in a bump here on FX Girard. So the puck will bounce to the far side wing. Taylor Best scoops it ahead for Miles Harvey, and the big fella is tripped from behind, and this will be a penalty against Huntsville. A good job by Harvey to keep his feet moving, and Huntsville will go a man down as frustrated with the penalty as Cy Nutkovich. 13:04 to go in the second period. Marksmen hanging on to a 2-1 lead.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Corey Melkert, never afraid to turn a phrase. It doesn't often come off on recording here with his pregame interviews, but I thought he had a very insightful quote about this Huntsville Havoc team. He told me yesterday that this was a group that thought they were the Cats' pajamas. And I had never heard that one. I've heard the bee's knees. I've heard something that doesn't stink. That was a new one for me. But it's a Huntsville team that plays with a lot of pride, and it's been pride that's been injured over the past couple of weeks. Cy Nutkovich takes the tripping penalty, officially 6:56 into the second period. The Marksmen go to the second St. Peter Pest Control power play of the evening. They're 0 for 1 today. This is Matt McNair down the far side boards. He's into the attacking end and will set things up to the point. Cupp sweeps across for Reimers. Jarrett Cupp calling for it. Reimers instead centers to McNair. A bouncing puck hops right off of his stick, and Jacob Barber has it down the near wing. He's shoved by Jake Hickey. Barber with an off-angle shot that is fought off by Brent Moran. And picking up the loose change is Jake Hickey. Hickey ahead of the red line, going to skate it himself. Gains the blue line, drops for Reimers, who will shoot it all the way around the boards. To the far corner, Mccloy and Tanner Fraser there. Jake Hickey joining into the fight for the puck as it works its way up to the point for Reimers. All the way across for Jarrett Cupp, had his stick lifted. Now a chance, Piacentini. Looking behind him, has one man with him. He'll drop for Dara. Long wrist shot, fought off by Moran. The rebound in front. Oh, Brent Moran, but it's in! A shorthanded goal rolled up the leg of Brent Moran. We're tied. Robbie Fisher with a shorthanded goal. That'll come from Dara, his second assist of the night. And Piacentini, Huntsville ties it at 2. Shorthanded here, 8:01 into the second period. And I thought Brent Moran had it. That was a strong push across, and this is not a good sign. Brent Moran hampered in the goal crease. Jason Pulaski shuffling on the Marksman bench. Moran with a Herculean effort, and he has been so good for the Fayetteville Marksmen. This is not a guy you want to lose. And if I'm Corey Melkert here, the thought crosses into my mind, you bring Moran out just purely for the safety concern of it. Knowing that you'll need him for playoffs, Moran will shake off trainer Kyle Sherrill. He'll stay in this contest. We'll monitor that situation. Moran was bent over at the waist. I'm not sure what the concern was, but Moran got a piece of that puck on the near side goal post. It hit him in the back of the skate and just crossed the goal line. As Robbie Fisher will have the goal. It's his third of the season from Rob Dara and Tyler Piacentini. And the Marksmen will look to set things up on the power play with 35 seconds left to go in it. Here's a centering pass. Franti gives it backdoor off the goal post. Pest missed it. The Marksmen try to hold the line. Numbers up the ice for Huntsville. It's Pionk. He fires. Blockered away by Brent Moran. Oh, what a chance. And the Marksmen squander it. Up ice again. Tanner Fraze at the top of the far face-off circle will turn to set it up. 10 to go on the St. Peter Pest Control power play. Oliveri throws it toward the net, just wide of the near post. Peyton Franti has the loose change in the near side corner. Gives to Taylor Best on the far side wing. Jumping up ice and clipping it ahead is Vance. Nutkovich out of the box. Gives to Vance, who looked to fire. Huntsville's offside. Well, it's only taken 4.5 periods of hockey to see the legendary Huntsville Havoc crowd come to life. Chorus of boos raining down on the offside call. It was the correct one, as Nutkovich was about a step and a half over the blue line when that pass came up to him. Corey Melkert encouraging his team from the bench, and it is an intentional offside, so the face-off will come back down to the blocker side of Hunter Vorva. 2-2 the score here in the Rocket City. 10:58 to go in the second period. Huntsville outshooting the Marksmen 28-12 in this contest. And Nutkovich will win a critical face-off here. Huntsville will break it out on the near boards. Barber to the far wing for Piacentini. He's smacked at by Cup and finished into the far side corner boards. Cup hanging on to Piacentini, who's forced to soccer it into the near side corner. Taken there by Carson Vance. He has Barber as the outlet. As Piacentini comes back in to jockey for the puck. Barber trying to pool cue this one free. Everybody jackhammering at the puck as it is up on edge right along the near side corner boards. Marksmen get to it as Tyler Dill will swing it to FX Sherrard. He likes to blow by people from here. He stood up, no interference call, as he was accosted by Elliott St. Pierre. The far side corner, the Marksman will pick up the puck nonetheless. Wheeling with it here and taken down is Gerard. This will be another penalty against Huntsville. Centering pass is knocked away as Nutkovich lost his stick, and he's going to go back to the penalty box. 9:55 into the second period. Cy Nutkovich, his second trip to the sin bin in the hockey game. And this one comes at a critical juncture where Huntsville has had some momentum off the shorthanded goal. Nutkovich for tripping. The Marksmen go back to the St. Peter Pest Control power play. 0 for 2 tonight. 0 for 5 on the weekend are the Marksmen. And that's got to be bearing a little bit of weight. Dara taking the face-off against Drake Glover. Finally, the puck is dropped after a couple of false starts. The Marksmen win it to the near side point. This is Oliveri with a head fake. Backhands to Peyton Franti, top of the near side face-off circle. He centers through the legs of Tanner Fraze. Getting to it is Neudecker. He'll club it all the way down to Brent Moran, who has to make a play on the puck to the near side boards. Dara overskates Oliveri, who will push it up to Drake Glover. He's into the attacking zone. Glover will drop for Peyton Franti. Backdoor pass. Vorva seals it off and has the puck right in his gut. 9:38 to go in the second period here from the Rocket City. Von Braun Center is rocking. We've got a good game. 2-2, Huntsville and Fayetteville.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
9:38 to go in the second period. This has been a whirlwind of a hockey game to call. It's fantastically entertaining. These are two teams that are bringing it. The Fayetteville Marksmen on the last leg of a 5-game road trip. Meanwhile, Huntsville playing in their final home game at the Von Braun Center, trying to snap a 3-game losing skid. Marksmen scored the first two. Reimers and Mccloy. Neudecker answered, and then Robbie Fisher, shorthanded, just chipped it over Brent Moran. And we're deadlocked, but the Marksmen have 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining on their third St. Peter Pest Control power play of the evening. And it's a power play unit that is due. Nearly took the lead, but Taylor Best rang it off the far side post on a great find from Peyton Franti. Franti is out there, 17, 18, 19, from right to left in the formation. Huntsville wins the draw from the glove side of Hunter Vorva, and Derek Pearl will lift it out to the red line. This one's caught up in the gut of Taylor Best, as Tanner Fraze will take the puck, but he lost it, and it's clubbed back to the other end by Derek Pearl. Marksmen scoop it up from their own zone. Oliveri ahead of the red line, drops it for Franti, who will swing it to the far side wing. This is Best. He turns looking to shoot. A great move. Never got the shot off, though. Instead, will outlet to Oliveri at the near side blue line. To the near face-off circle. That's Franti. Swings it back to the point for Oliveri. All the way across the ice for Best, who looked to twirl it in front. Through the goal mouth harmlessly. Nobody home. Best resets from the far face-off circle to Franti, who fires. He scored! Peyton Franti gives the Marksmen the lead on the power play. What a weekend for Peyton Franti. His third pro point in his second pro game. A power play marker for Fayetteville, and the Marksmen are back on top 3-2 with 8:54 to go in the second period. Corey Melkert has done so many things right and dealt the toughest blow of the season with Shane Bednard out for the rest of the year. He finds a way to get Peyton Franti, a sizable center iceman, into Fayetteville. It has not been the easiest of onboarding sessions for Peyton Franti. A flight to Florida, not to play a game, to practice twice, hop on a bus, go to Alabama, and then, score 3 points in your first 2 professional hockey games. Welcome to it, big fella. This puck is scooped up by Bryce Farrell, who's a round of Hoffman. Farrell to the far face-off circle, had his stick lifted from behind, lost control of the puck as he smushed on the far side boards by Miles Harvey. Puck's taken up ice here by the Marksman. FX Girard battles to get it to Hoffman. This may be a 2-on-1. Hoffman across for Glover. Backdoor for Hoffman. Fans on it. Right back in front. Vorva slides back to the near side post and cuts off the shooting lane, dislodging the net from its pegs. Crisis averted for the Huntsville Havoc with 8:02 to go in this second period, and the Marksmen leading 3-2. Zach Hoffman is a lot of man moving up the ice. And that's how he scored his only goal of the season. He nearly had another in the exact same fashion. Face off to the glove side of Vorva, won by Huntsville, but this one is pitched out of play. Now the question is, did it hit anything on the way out? Derek Calise is going to have a conversation with Kyle Gaspari, who is the linesman closest to it. Noah Ackerman is going to join in. And they're going to say that that was tipped on the way out, so no delay of game. And the face-off will go right back to the near circle in the Havoc end. Marksmen win this one. Oliveri right back to the center, who's Glover. He drives toward the net, hauled down from behind by Darrell. Will keep going. Harrison Harper from the far side circle. He fires, but it doesn't matter as the net is dislodged from the pegs on the far side goalpost this time. This is a problem you see in a lot of Southern hockey venues, especially on days like this where the humidity is climbing. Because even though you have the pegs in there, you're also banking at some point or another for the ice to help freeze that metal into place. And when it's hot and humid, it's difficult to create freezing conditions. So this is very, very common, even with those deep rubber pegs. The Marksmen shoot this one into the attacking end, but this is going to be offside against Fayetteville. And see, that one's interesting to me because it was not on goal. Vorva had to reach up and catch it. That's not a shot on goal. That play should have been allowed to keep going as a clear-in would be when you're offside. But nonetheless, no harm, no foul on little things like that as Elliott St. Pierre gets a bump from Matt McNair, and Huntsville will send it off the far side boards all the way out to their own end. Nate Pionk is chasing here, runs into Harrison Harper, who responsibly gives it back for Don Oliveri. Swung to the near side wing. Tanner Fraze into attacking ice. Looked for McNair, who got stick checked from behind and lost his footing. McNair just throws it back toward the net, wide of the near post. Pionk on the near side boards, upended by Tanner Fraze. Sent behind the net for Jake Hickey, who steers away from the body check. Good pressure here by Huntsville to get it out up the near side boards as Pionk will clear it. In his own end, that's Jarrett Cupp, who will find Mark Wilson. He pushes up to the forward group, too far for Hickey. Icing against the Marksmen, 6:48 to go in this second period. And this is exactly where Huntsville has to dig deep and find the fast and furious style of game that Glenn DiTullio wants them to play. Based on absolutely nothing else but the fact the Marksmen are going into the final period of a 15-period road trip, and that'll take a toll on you. Huntsville wins the draw on their own end. Nutkovich looking for a one-timer. The pass was tipped. The Marksmen are able to get the puck out to center. Fraze upended from behind by Jacob Barber. Tried to turn it back up the near sideboards. Intercepted and dumped in by Mark Wilson. All the way around the kick plate, Derek Pearl in the far side corner will drop it back for Dominic Procopio. Procopio sends it off the near side glass. That one's knocked down by Fraze. The puck still in the attacking end for the Marksmen. Fraze will lay it forward for Taylor Mccloy, who's pressured by Dominic Procopio and Derek Pearl. Piacentini comes to find the loose change, clearing up for Jacob Barber, who gets the better of Zach Hoffman and is able to get the puck out beyond center. Taken there by Miles Harvey, off the skates of Tanner Fraze, just beyond the attacking blue line. Huntsville has it there as Procopio sweeps it up ice for Cy Nutkovich. Rough night for Nutkovich, who's been to the penalty box twice. His most recent trip cost his team a goal. And here Huntsville will clear it into the attacking end. But once again, this is icing against the Havoc. Here's the thing about icing calls, too. You have to look at the way they happen. A lot of times it's because a team's rhythm has been changed by their opponent, and you're either just surviving to get the puck out, or you can't figure out where your guy's going. And that interruption of rhythm is something the Marksmen have excelled at this weekend against the Huntsville team that at the beginning of the season never seemed like they were going to lose a hockey game. And the recipe has been figured out for success against Huntsville, primarily by the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. Here's Harvey driving, shoots it off the outside of the net. So the Marksmen will find the loose change. This is Best circling to the blue line. He'll backhand right to the slot, nobody home. Harvey picks it up. He fires a wrist shot, swallowed by Vorva. 15:29 to go in the second period. And the thing about it is, Huntsville doesn't have appalling stats in their 3 straight losses. They have outshot their opponents, and they played good hockey. It's just the puck has not gone in, and when you're a team that will body up the Havoc, you're going to have a chance for success. This faceoff is won by Huntsville as Matthew Newcomb sends it out to the red line, stolen by Taylor Best, who will spin it behind of Hunter Vorva. He'll backhand to Carson Vance, who looked at the far side wing for Neudecker. This missed him, but icing will be waived. This is Don Oliveri in the far side corner of his own end to Taylor Best with a pass to Peyton Franti, who's all the way up ice. Franti drives around Kilchesky, gives to Reimers, a one-timer off the far goal post. Oh, boy. The Iron has bailed out Huntsville twice as Reimers nearly had his second. What a play by Peyton Franti. At center ice, this is FX Girard, bumped off the puck by Kyle Clark, who pitches it ahead. But Drake Glover jumps in front of his man. That'll spring a chance for Girard down the near side wing. He'll turn away from pressure as he gets into the near corner for Matt McNair. McNair twists behind the net for Glover. As Glover stick handles right in front, Girard tried to slide it low. Vorva with the paddle down and ready this time. Finds the puck and covers. 4:25 to go in the second period. The Marksmen get one in the power play to reclaim the lead 3-2 here in the Rocket City.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
.425 remaining in the second period here from Huntsville, Alabama. Drew Blevins with you on the Marksman Radio Network and Hockey TV. Fayetteville Marksmen have a 3-2 lead on Huntsville. And a win here tonight for the Marksmen would be massive on sending a message to the rest of the SPHL. Chance to go 4-1 on the season's longest road trip by distance, and winning games on the road paramount. And I think Corey Melkert was right in his pregame comments. Having this group stay on the road and stay together may very well have been that little bit of R&R and that little bit of cutting loose to get them refocused for this final month of the season. Spinning with the puck here is Neudecker. So he gives it up to Elliott St. Pierre. From the point, he'll play it back behind the net into the near side corner. Scooped up here by the Marksman. Cup overskates the puck. It'll be taken right back by Pionk, who will get a little bit of help in the near side corner. Dara with a big body check. Loosened the puck for Robbie Fisher, who scored once already. His shot blocked to the far corner on the way through. Neudecker finding possession in the far side corner. An off-angle shot off the far side pad of Moran. The rebound kicks free to Fayetteville, back behind the Marksman net. Laid off the near side glass. Fisher elevates, was unable to hold the line, but clears it right back into the attacking zone. Everybody touches up as the Marksman will dump it off of FX Girard into their attacking end, where Huntsville is ready to receive. On the near sideboards, this is Cy Nutkovich. Pushes up ice for Jacob Barber. He's bumped by Mark Wilson as the puck lodges free in front. Nutkovich pushes it just wide of the near side post. Tanner Fraze to the loose puck, but he's unable to get it to Taylor Mccloy cleanly, and Nutkovich will drop it back for Kilchesky. Alex Kilchesky dumping it in. Moran out of his net to play it. Cycles all the way around to the far side wing for Hickey. A one-touch pass to Taylor Mccloy. He'll skate it out to center ice. Taylor Mccloy down the far side dots. Will drop it for Zach Hoffman. To Mccloy in the far side wing. Look to center. A diving play made by Piacentini to block it. Now to the point. Harvey drives it. Vorva catches and holds. Miles Harvey with a hard slap shot. Good to see him have an opportunity to open things up and be able to really swing at that puck. Harvey already had a connection to the Fayetteville Marksmen. He had actually coached the team president, Alex Wall, in a couple of youth and high school hockey camps when Wall was living in Florida. And that was back when Harvey was playing with the Orlando Solar Bears. That was a really cool connection. Here's Best in the slot. He fires. He scores! Taylor Best picks the short side corner. 4-2 Marksman. Mercy. That was a howitzer. Taylor Best rang one off the post on the power play earlier this period. That's a no-doubter. Check the net for a hole after a powerful shot as Pest scores with 2:25 to go in this second period. And that's where having a more sizable netminder than Hunter Vorva would have paid dividends. Pest has a rocket of a wrist shot. Got to show it off there. But to discuss goaltending and the trend of it, Vorva is a capable netminder, and his numbers prove that, especially for this team in front of him, as the Marksmen will dump it into the near side corner, but this will be icing against Fayetteville. The problem is the trend of the game of hockey is now going toward larger body netminders because it's a percentage play. There, Vorva has to be athletic, and he's got to reach for that puck, even though he's challenging the shooter. You get somebody that's Brent Moran size to slide over, there's a chance that puck just hits him in the catching side shoulder if Pest doesn't have pinpoint accuracy there. And that's the risk Glenn DiTullio and his group are taking by starting Hunter Vorva. Zane Steves, I don't think, is necessarily a better option, but Huntsville is missing Max Milasek, who is showing no signs of coming back from the ECHL, and with good reason. A solid netminder for a long time in this league. Huntsville will dump it into their attacking end. Harvey with a quick look over his shoulder, trying to send it to the near side corner. Cut off by Nutkovich, who tries to play it back behind the net, looking for Piacentini. Had his stick lifted, and the Marksmen will get the puck beyond their own blue line. Taylor Mccloy picking it up. Feeds to Zach Hoffman, who's back up in the rush. His shot is blocked by Kilchesky, and that's well out of play with 80 seconds to go in the second period. Marksmen crawling back into the shots on goal category. They were doubled up halfway through this hockey game, but since that point, Huntsville has struggled to get anything going offensively. And the Marksmen only being outshot by 8, now 28-20. To put that in perspective for you, you might go, well, yeah, that's still an 8-shot differential, Drew. You're right, but the Marksmen had just 23 shots on goal all game yesterday, 19 at the end of the second period, as Moran will melt the puck by his far side goal post here. High conversion rates. It was interesting looking at the SPHL stats today. Drake Glover leading the league in shooting percentage and is also tied for the league lead in game-winning goals. Glover has been really, really good all year long for the Fayetteville Marksmen. Had the opening goal of the season back on October 15th against Roanoke, and really has never let up offensively, especially during that time where the Marksmen were bit by the injury bug and the sickness bug in December. Glover was always there, providing a spark. Here's a chance again for Glover, but Elliott St. Pierre jumps in front of him as Robbie Fisher will headman the puck wide of Neudecker. Harvey will push to McNair, who gives in front for FX Girard. Punch just wide of the near side goal post. Marksman unable to hold the zone. A chance for Bauer Neudecker, who already has one in this game, down the near side wing. Neudecker peels away from pressure and will dump beyond the goal line. FX Girard picking up the puck here. Will send it to McNair, who has to drop it back for Hoffman. 15 seconds to go in the period. So the Marksman will just fly this one out to the red line. Derek Pearl scoops it up, dumping it in around Moran to the far side corner, swung toward the front, fanned on as McNair plays it off the far side boards all the way out. That's where the horn will sound, and the Fayetteville Marksmen have a 2-goal lead through 40 minutes of play. Shots on goal in the second period for the Fayetteville Marksmen, 14 and a game total of 20. And for the Huntsville Havoc, only 9 for a game total of 28. On the scoreboard, 5 goals in the second period. We'll recap them all for you right after this.
How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentists offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Welcome back to Huntsville, Alabama. Drew Blevins alongside you in the broadcast booth as we welcome you back to the very top of the Von Braun Center for our second period intermission report. That was a second period that had a bunch of up and down action, and the Fayetteville Marksmen get the better of the Huntsville Havoc in a style of game they really have not succeeded in all season long, going up and down. And I'll be interested to talk to Corey Melkert after this game to get his thoughts on a contest that really does go back and forth for the entirety of the period. The scoring starts 4:34 into the second period. Taylor Mccloy getting his 20th goal of the season. An even strength marker from Zach Hoffman makes it 2-0, but then Bauer Neudecker responds a minute and 2 seconds later on a feed from Rob Dara. Neudecker beats Brent Moran 5-hole, and then Huntsville would tie it for a brief time. Robbie Fisher on a shorthanded play started by Tyler Piacentini down the far sideboards. He drops for Rob Dara, who goes across to Fisher. It was nearly a highlight reel save for Brent Moran, but it does just sneak over his outstretched leg into the back of the net, made it 2-2. But the Marksmen find a way to answer, and answer in a critical fashion. Peyton Franti on the power play from the near side face-off circle gets the pass from Taylor Best. He does not miss his second goal and third point as a pro in only his second game. And then Taylor Best cuts free of everybody, gets a perfect pass in front, and makes no mistake finishing, beating Hunter Vorva on the short side corner. That makes it 4-2. Best's goal comes 17:35 into the second period. And in a game fraught with offense, the Marksmen still find a way to win the period, 3-2, and that in a microcosm is a huge success for the Marksmen. Not only do they survive a good onslaught for the Huntsville Havoc, but they also find a way to actually extend the lead. And that's a big win for the Marksmen, now just 20 minutes away from going 4-1 on this, the season longest road trip by distance. An opportunity to sweep the Huntsville Havoc in the season series. Keep in mind, going into yesterday's game, the Marksmen had not won in this building since April 5th, 2019. These teams don't often play each other, as it's about a 9-hour drive between Huntsville and Fayetteville. But man, this has been a really good showing for the Fayetteville Marksmen, who will look to send the Huntsville Havoc on the road to Birmingham on a 4-game losing skid. We'll be right back after this commercial break with our Ask the Voice segment. This is Marksman Hockey.
At Carolina's Dentist and Spring Lake Oral Surgery, we believe in creating a positively different experience.
We are proud to serve Eastern North Carolina, including Fayetteville, Spring Lake, and Rayford.
We use the best in dental technique and technology to make Carolina's Dentist your one-stop shop for quality dental care and oral care.
Book your appointment today to come experience the Carolina's Dentist difference.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksman season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Welcome back to the Vaughn Braun Center in beautiful downtown Huntsville, Alabama. Time to bring your attention to our Ask the Voice segment, where we do our best to answer a question of yours about the game of hockey or the Fayetteville Marksmen. If you want to have one of your questions answered on a future edition of Ask the Voice, all you have to do is email me at dblevins, that's DBLEVINS, at marksmanhockey.com with your name, where you're listening from. Good question about hockey. Our first question comes from Scott, who's listening in Youngsville, North Carolina. Scott has given me a situation. 10 seconds to go, up 1, the face-off in your defensive zone. Which marksman do you want taking that face-off? That's easy. It's Shane Bednard. And I know that he's out for the remainder of the season, but I would almost still take my chances with an injured Shane Bednard. He's that good in those situations. Truly is a top-line center. As it stands right now for the Fayetteville Marksmen, I could see Corey Melkert going one of two ways. Taylor Mccloy is the veteran captain. I would trust him over a Matt McNair and a Drake Glover just by virtue of his veteran status. But even at that, Shane Bednard is just so talented at the center ice position. That's the guy that I want taking that face-off in the defensive zone, and since he's not available, I'll go with Taylor Mccloy. Our other question tonight comes from Brandon, who's listening in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Brandon wants to know who are my picks for the SPHL position players of the year. This is a really, really good question, and I'll start things off with the forward of the year. I'm not going to go via center and wing, and it's so difficult because the Marksmen haven't seen every single team this season. So for the guys that are stat leaders all the way out in Peoria, it's difficult to put into perspective what their game looks like compared to Cy Nutkovich, who we've seen for 2 games, and Tyler Piacentini, who we've seen for 2 games. I think Alec Bear is going to be your forward of the year. He's been so consistent. I think down the stretch he's actually outplayed Alec Hageman. Marcel Godbout really seems to be the guy that is finishing more so than making the plays, and Alec Bear is the one who's making those plays. So I'll go with him for forward of the year. Defenseman of the year, I think you can go so many different directions, and I think it's actually been a down year for defensemen. Forwards are a dime a dozen in the SPHL. It's good, hard-nosed defensemen that are difficult to come by. Jason Price is the ultimate veteran in Knoxville. So when you've got a player that's played that many games, I think that they do get a little bit of added extra consideration. I think Knoxville has a handful of good defensemen. Kyler Matthews is among them. It's tough for me to say, so I'm actually going to go with a cop-out here, and I'll tell you who I think the Marksman Defenseman of the Year is, and it's Jarrett Cupp. And when it comes to just pure-out defense, not having to contribute in the attacking zone, I think Jarrett Cupp is the best defensive defenseman in the league, and that is really, really impressive because he's got offensive skill, and he's well in double digits in assists. Even though the goals haven't been there this season as they have been in years past, I think Jarrett Cupp has certainly got to have a look as the defenseman of the year from the defensive side. And then in net, Hunter Vorva statistically leads the SPHL in many goaltending statistics, but based on the fact he's just recently played enough games to be in the qualified goaltender's perspective, I think Brent Moran is the goaltender of the year in this league. I mean, look at how he has transformed this Marksman team into a middling group that was very much stuck right in the middle of the playoff contenders. I mean, this is a Marksman team that in January and early February could have fallen as low as 7th in the league. And Brent Moran shouldered this group on his back, led them to a large winning streak. And now you see just how close the Fayetteville Marksmen are to being at the top of the standings board. I mean, we're talking about a team that if they finish off the win tonight is going to be 2 points out of second place in the league, depending on what happens with the Peoria Rivermen tonight. And as Corey Melkert pointed out to me in the post-game meal yesterday, he goes, look at how many games that we lost that were close. The lost lead in Peoria, the 2 lost leads in Knoxville, the blown game in Macon, not being able to finish against Birmingham. The Marksmen could be a team that has over 40 wins, and there's no reason to believe they couldn't be the number 1 overall seed in the playoffs if things had been cleaner with a youthful team. So thank you so much to Scott and to Brandon for their questions tonight. If you want to have one of your questions answered on a future edition of Ask the Voice, email me at dblevins@marksmanhockey.com. That's DBLEVINS at marksmanhockey.com with your name, where you're listening from, and a good question about hockey. Back right after this to take you around the SPHL.
Baby, we have spiders on every corner outside our house.
Okay, I'll call someone to take care of it.
Baby, we have fire ants all over the yard.
All righty, I'll call someone else to take care of that.
Baby, these mosquitoes, you have got to go.
Here we go again.
One call to St. Peter Pest Control provides all these services. Total pest protection for one low monthly payment. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Let's go for a quick spin around the SPHL. We'll start things off in Roanoke, where the game has just gone final. Knoxville defeats the Rail Yard Dogs 7-4. Still in action, about to start the third period. Pensacola handling Evansville tonight, 4-1 the score from the Bay Center. Peoria beating Vermilion County 4-1 at the Carver Arena. Here, Fayetteville leading Huntsville 4-2. In the NCAA men's basketball tournament, it's halftime in the Battle of the Blues from New Orleans. The Duke Blue Devils have a 3-point lead on North Carolina, 37-34, as this rivalry will have its final half with Mike Krzyzewski at the helm of the Duke Blue Devils coming up. Man, this is going to be a fun finish in that one. It's going to be a fun finish here, too, as the Fayetteville Marksmen look to finish off the Huntsville Havoc and sweep them in the season series. Third period puck drop is next.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Things rise to a fever pitch here in the Rocket City as we prepare for takeoff of the third and final period of regulation here from Huntsville, Alabama. Drew Blevins alongside you. This has been a fun one all evening long. The Fayetteville Marksmen have a 4-2 lead on the Huntsville Havoc, looking to finish the season's longest road trip by distance by going 4-1. The Marksmen would find themselves just 2 points, 1 game in back of Huntsville in the standings going into the final weekend of the season. And if Huntsville was the gold standard, now you measure yourself up against the Knoxville Ice Bears. And this is what is going to give a lot of people pause about counting out the Fayetteville Marksmen from what looks like it'll be the 4 seed. You look at the 2 wins against Knoxville, but you also look at the 2 blown games against Knoxville by the Marksmen. If you get everything in order going into the playoffs, man, this is a Marksman team that is going to shock a few people. Of course, everything changes in a couple of weeks when the statistics reset. Boy, oh boy, will it be a fun playoff journey for this Marksman group. Third period is underway, with Nutkovich driving into the near side corner, losing the puck to Miles Harvey. Backhands to the far wing for Tanner Fraze. Lost the puck behind the net. Nutkovich centers right up Broadway. Nobody home as Piacentini overskated the puck. He'll post up on the near side boards as Derek Pearl goes to grab the puck here for the Havoc. Pearl standing in back of Hunter Vorva, peering up ice. 30 seconds gone by in this final frame of regulation. Derek Pearl ahead of the red line, feeds the far side boards. Procopio crunched as he dumps it in. Nutkovich unable to catch up to it, and the Marksmen are right back out to center. This is Taylor Mccloy. The far side face-off circle. Mccloy driving in, wraps it around. Vorva got across. Now a centering pass is knocked away by Piacentini, but the Marksmen hold the line. That's Vorva's best stop of the weekend so far. That would have been a nail in the coffin. Now Dura gives it up ice, but it rolls off the forehand of Piacentini. As Dara's pass is denied. Now Rob Dara is right back into the attacking zone, dumping it in. Neil Pionk is unable to grab possession of the puck as this one's right back across the blue line and dumped in by Huntsville one more time. Harrison Harper is there, leaves it in the near corner for Don Oliveri. Spanks it up the near sideboards for Drake Glover, and he'll throw it in on goal to Vorva, who scoops it up in the catching glove and will hang on as Carson Vance gets in a shoving match on the end wall. Believe that's Matt McNair he's tangled up with, and the linesman will come separate those two. $18:27 to go in the third period. 4-2 Marksmen lead. 4 different goal scorers in this hockey game for the Marksmen, too. I think that's the sign of a team that's enjoying some success. And one of the most mind-blowing statistics about this Marksmen group, they have nobody in the top 20 SPHL scores. Not one. They have guys that are just on the outside, and Oliveri and Best. But I was talking to Corey Melkert about that, and he goes, yep, but we've got depth, and I don't know if anybody else in the league does. And that was an unbelievable statement from a head coach who's absolutely right as this puck is covered by Brent Moran. He knows it, and Melkert is not interested in having a league-face superstar. He likes this group, and even for somebody like Don Oliveri and Taylor Mccloy, who are renowned throughout the SPHL, they're not Alec Hageman. They're not Cody Dion. They're not Cy Nukovic. But you know what? They're winning hockey games at a record pace. And for Corey Melkert as a first-year head coach, he'll take that type of group. It's a group that has taken on his personality. And it's been a lot of fun to be a part of this season. On the far side boards, a hard hit given on to Nukovic as Mccloy will dump it into the attacking end. Vorva tries to shoot it around the boards himself. The lane was initially blocked by Fraze, and Mccloy will play it right back into the trapezoid. Vorva active in his trapezoid early this period. Backhands to Robbie Fisher, who dumps it into the attacking zone as he's punished by Miles Harvey. Zach Hoffman, a soft pass up ice to Fraze, who chips to Jake Hickey. Ahead of the red line, he'll dump it in. Vorva once again will set this one on a tee with plenty of time, finding Dominic Procopio on the far side half wall. Procopio all the way up ice for Nate Pionk. 2-on-1 for Huntsville. Pionk shoots. Moran says no. Standing tall at the top of his goal crease, making a butterfly save off the shoulders, and the Marksman clear to center. Foot race for the puck. Matt McNair driving in as he's run into by Pearl. And even though McNair took the worst of the fall, he prevented a quick breakout. Bauer Neudecker feeds the far side wing as this one's given to Pionk. He fires! Moran gets a piece of it with the glove and covers the rebound. 16:41 to go in regulation. 4-2 Marksmen. Brent Moran, 2 quality saves here early in the third period. It's another 30-shot night for the Huntsville Havoc. The Marksmen only have 2 on goals so far this period, 1 off of last night's total, which does show improvement. This is Taylor Best. Feeds it up beyond the red line. Reimers will go to chase as he had his stick lifted by Carson Vance. Reimers wins the puck battle back behind the net. This is Best. Chips it off the inboards almost to himself, but taken away by Alex Kilchesky, and Kilchesky will skate it ahead of the red line. Flips the puck end over end into the near corner as he punishes Mark Wilson. Reimers picks up the puck for the Marksman. He'll slow the pace to Wilson back behind Moran. Wilson to the far wing for Reimers all the way across the ice. This pass is tipped by Kyle Clark, but Jarrett Cupp will pitch it all the way ahead. Foot race ensues. Mccloy wins it from Carson Vance. Mccloy in the near side corner on his backhand. Works behind the net. Backhands it off the far sideboards to the point. This is Hoffman who fires. The shot blocked back out to center. Everybody has to touch up for the Marksman as Kilchesky will possess in his own zone for Huntsville. 15:45 to go in the third period. Kilchesky struggling to corral this puck. Sends it to the near sideboards for Jacob Barber. This one is intercepted by Tanner Fraze. Fraze slashed at, dumps it in down the far side wing and will go to chase. Kilchesky meets him there, knocks him off the puck as Hickey goes to vie for it. Taken away by Piacentini, who will pitch this one ahead for Jacob Barber. Barber into the attacking zone below the goal line, bumps Zach Hoffman. It's 2-by-2. They battle behind the net for the puck. Taken by Miles Harvey, who will find Jake Hickey. Passes off the stick of Piacentini, and this will bounce back to Elliott St. Pierre. Pierre sends it off the far boards. A chance now for Nate Pionk driving in. A good reach by Harvey. This is going to be a penalty as Pionk crashes into the net. Oh, man. That's a tough penalty. Miles Harvey is over 6'6" on skates. Nate Pionk is over 6 foot. But Harvey reached clear around Pionk and got the puck, and Pionk left his feet. Harvey's going to take a seat for tripping. Nothing for diving, and the Marksmen, for the first time in this hockey game, will go to the Freddy's penalty kill as the penalty comes 4:58 into the third period. Now keep in mind, after the first NHL lockout, the rule was if you're sweeping at a guy from behind and you hit the puck and follow through and catch the guys on his skates, it's not a penalty. That rule's been done away with. I don't think that Harvey ever touched the skates of Pionk. I think the pressure from behind knocked Pionk off of his balance, and he never touched the stick of Harvey. Here's a centering play by Gendanov that's knocked to the far side corner by the Marksman defense. Let's go Havoc is the chant here in Huntsville as Gendanov has the puck at the near side hash marks. Gendanov into the near side corner. Stick handles and gives it up to Derek Pearl at the near side point. Feeds Jacob Barber in the far blue line. Back for Pearl, who finds Gendanov. He fires over the crossbar as Wilson dove in front and got a piece of that shot. All the way up to the point again. Here's a drive by Pearl. Misses wide. Piacentini bumped by Cup, but Huntsville holding the puck in the far side corner. Finally, the Marksmen will be able to dump it off the far glass. Not out. Pearl holds the line. To bear Gendanov now. Gendanov swings to the middle blue line for Derek Pearl, who looked at Barber, who broke his stick. A free clear for the Marksman as Barber busted his Warrior. And that may be the hockey gods getting even for the tic-tac foul called on Harvey. To the far side boards now. Here's Nutkovich. He'll drop it for Carson Vance to skate it ahead of the red line, shooting it all the way around the boards. Nutkovich awaits it at the near side hash marks. Bumped off the puck by Hoffman, but back behind the net, the Marksman will get to it. Hoffman zips it the length of the rink. 30 seconds left in the power play for Huntsville. 13:25 to go in the third period. Miles Harvey has one last glance up at the penalty clock, gathering himself to come out of the box. From behind his own blue line, Carson Vance snaps a pass ahead for Matthew Newcomb. Plays it back behind to Brent Moran. Newcomb into the near side corner. Harvey looking up at the penalty clock. 3 to go in it. He's standing. Vance to the near side face-off circle for Newcomb. Skates it up to the blue line himself as Harvey's out of the box. To Vance. A long wrist shot. Punched away by Moran. But the rebound is behind the cage. It's Bauer Neudecker. Feeds it up to the far side point. Vance stick handles one too many times. This is going to be offside against Huntsville with 12:47 to go in the third period. Marksmen kill a penalty and hold a 2-goal lead, 4-2 with 12:47 to go in the third.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back to the VBC in downtown Huntsville, Alabama. It is the longest official arena name in the SPHL. Pharmacy First Ice at Probst Arena at the Von Braun Center. The VBC for short. We prefer it. Face-off one from right in front of the Fayetteville bench. Dumped in by Huntsville. Backhanded toward the cage by Farrell. He knocked his own man in the skates. And the Marksmen survive, clearing out to the far side boards. Reamer's on his horse, pressuring Robbie Fisher. He'll finish him to the end boards as Bryce Farrell will pick up the puck for the Havoc. Feeds to the far side wing. This is Fisher, who scored once already. Dances around Mark Wilson, button hooking around the net, fires an off-angle shot that's sealed by Moran. Traffic in his face in front. Now Farrell will crash for the puck in the near side corner. Bryce Farrell trying to dig it free is going to get some help from Newcomb, who sends it to the near side wing for Robbie Fisher. Now in the near corner, this is Nate Pionk. He's dropped by Jarrett Cupp. Pionk regains possession to the near point for Robbie Fisher. Wrist shot through traffic wide of the far post. Reimers picks it up there, but he's unable to clear cleanly. Held to Kyle Clark in the far side corner boards. Kyle Clark will feed it up to the far side point. Elliott St. Pierre gives a cross for Barber. His shot blocked into the far side corner. And the Marksmen will flip it out, surviving to center. Jacob Barber, a crafty play to Piacentini. He's got a drive on a bad change. He lost the puck to Miles Harvey. Piacentini had 2 area codes to work with and couldn't corral the puck. Gonna get another chance here with Barber, but Huntsville's offside. It has not been the Huntsville captain's night, as Piacentini has not caught a break. 11:19 to go in the third period. The face-off right in front of the Marksman penalty box. It is vacant. Fayetteville wins the draw. I think the Marksmen have shored things up in the face-off circle. And again, as we told you during the Ask the Voice segment, this puck played with a high stick by the Marksmen. Face-off will come back to their side of center. Bednar's going to be your best option in the face-off circle. He's out for the remainder of the season. So as a unit, you've got to find a way to make up, in the aggregate, someone who wins 5.5 to 6 out of every 10 faceoffs. And the Marksmen tonight, I think, have done that. And again, in a league that doesn't officially keep face-off statistics, you've got to kind of watch with a critical eye. But noticeably tonight, it's been much more 50-50, and that's where the Marksmen need to live in the circle. Hoffman loses the puck stick handling at the attacking blue line. The Marksmen are able to dump it in, but Dominic Procopio will stand behind of Hunter Vorva, looking up ice. 10:50 to go in the third period. He'll find Cy Nutkovich, who skates ahead of the red line and feeds the far side wing. Hoffman drops his man with authority on a massive collision as he gets the better of Derek Pearl. In the near corner, this is Jake Hickey. Zips it all the way across the ice. A good pass to Fraze, who will lay it forward of Mccloy. Line change coming for the Marksmen. Behind the net, Procopio gives it ahead to Rob Dara, who will chip it into the attacking zone. Moran lays it on a tee in the trapezoid for his former college teammate, Harrison Harper. All the way ahead now to Matt McNair. To the far wing, FX Girard into the attacking zone, dumps it behind the net. McNair will scoop it up for the Marksmen. Holding the puck on his backhand, McNair leaves it for Oliveri. That may have been a poor play, as a chance the other way. Newcomb feeds Bauer Neudecker. He steps over a stick check. Centers for Dara, who pushes it wide of the net. Right back toward the front off the outside of the cage. McNair has his engine going, gets ahead of the red line, and will dump it in, getting off on a change. Good play by the Marksmen, back checking there. Really choked Huntsville out of room on what was a good scoring chance. We'll go to immediate timeout at the next non-goal whistle. So we've reached the halfway point of this third period. Here's Rob Dara. He avoids contact and fires just wide of the far side post. Moran may have got a piece of it with the stick. Now Peyton Franti trying to dig the puck free. With help from Jarrett Cupp, he does, but right behind the net for Bryce Farrell. Farrell on the backhand, rolling around in the goal crease. They score. Hang on. No goal. No goal. It's waved off. Derek Calise disallows it on the ice. And I got to know why. Tyler Piacentini is already over at the official semicircle here. And the Huntsville fans will voice their displeasure. No goal. 9:15 to go in the third period. 4-2, Marksmen lead.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light and to Greg's house. because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Well, that was a good push right in front of the net. Bryce Farrell thought it was either he, Kyle Clark, or Matthew Newcomb that had brought the Huntsville Havoc within one. Goal waved off by Derek Calise. And again, there is no video review in the SPHL. There was also no signal given as to why that goal was disallowed. It did not look like the net had been dislodged from its moorings. It was certainly not kicked in, so that would lead me to believe there was some sort of interference that occurred against Brent Moran. Reimers knocked off the puck as Gendinov takes it into the far corner. Reimers back checking to find it. Backhands to Taylor Best, who pitches it off of a Huntsville stick. The Marksmen recover on the error, and this one's a much cleaner pass ahead of the attacking blue line. Holding on to it, here's Peyton Franti. Scoops it to the near side wing for Reimers. Played to the front, off the stick of Best and out of play. And you can see where going down the stretch in this third period, that is a particularly frustrating disallowed goal. But whereas the Marksmen got bit by it against Birmingham a couple of weeks ago, Brian Moore committed the goaltender interference. Here, the Marksmen benefit from it. And the thing is, by truest interpretation of the rule, so long as that puck is not in the goal crease and Brent Moran is, he's ineligible to be touched at all. And if Moran was bumped before the puck made it to the goal crease, and that puck's in motion toward the net, it's definitionally goaltender interference. But without the benefit of replay, I can't more knowledgeably comment other than quoting that rule to you, and that was a specific point of emphasis in all of hockey officiating 3 years ago to clarify that rule and try to shore up the shady definition of goaltender interference. At the red line, this will be dumped in by Huntsville. Kilchesky sends it back behind the net as Moran scoops it around the near side glass. Taylor Mccloy pushes to Jake Hickey right up Broadway. Now to the far side wing. This will be dumped in with Barber getting in a couple of shoves at Tanner Fraze. Piacentini now whacks Fraze in the back of the legs as those two exchange words at the bench, while Huntsville breaks it out to the far side wing. This will be dumped in by Carson Vance. Rob Darr in the near side corner awaiting the puck. Bumped by Harrison Harper with Matt McNair there to dig it free. Don Oliveri peels away from the pressure with the puck. He sends this one end over end. It lands right on the tape of Glover. High up in the air. McNair shoots. And a great glove save by Vorva will quelch the chance. Well, Don Oliveri has been known to do that. With the Masters coming up next week, that was a perfect sand wedge from the top of the defensive zone into the attacking zone. It landed right on the tape of Drake Glover, and a great chance for the Marksmen ends in an attacking zone draw. And Fayetteville wins that draw. Harper will dump it around the near boards to Zach Reimers, who takes it back behind the net, battling for it with Kilchesky, who has his stick lifted. Kilchesky trying to hang on to the puck now from his knees. Peyton Franti in there to fight for it. And finally, Huntsville will be able to dig it free with numbers to the far side wing. Carried in by Nate Pionk, who dumps it into the far side corner. Harper is the first one in for the Marksmen. Hard hit delivered back behind the net as Best loses his footing against Rob Darra. Into the far corner. Harper digs it free to Reimers. Pitches it up ice for Peyton Franti, gains the red line and shoots it in. This is on goal. Vorva catches and will play to Robbie Fisher in the far side corner of the Huntsville end. Fisher passes right into the skates of the referee, Derek Calise. Turned over. Here's a chance right in front as FX Girard had his pass denied by Vorva. Still looking around for where the puck is. Up in the air. This one's right along the goal line. Vorva sweeps it out. What a play by the Huntsville netminder. Now Kyle Clark to the far wing. It's Farrell driving on Mark Wilson. He'll be edged out on the end wall, but Huntsville maintains control. This one hops over the stick of Elliott St. Pierre, and it's out. Farrell Tackled behind the play. Penalty upcoming against the Marksmen. I think this is going to be on Mark Wilson, and this is going to be a critical power play upcoming for Huntsville. Extra attacker on. It's Nutkovich who's carrying the puck right up Broadway as he gains the attacking zone. Offside against the Havoc, but the penalty will go against the Fayetteville Marksmen. Roughing is the call, and it will be Mark Wilson who's the guilty party. Don't be mistaken, that roughing was not for the initial hit on the end wall. It was for the shove that was given to Farrell as he was exiting his attacking end. So the face-off will go to the glove side of Brent Moran. And the Marksmen go to the Freddy's penalty kill. You can visit Freddy's at their location on Ramsey Street. When the Marksmen kill off a penalty at home, everyone in attendance wins free custard courtesy of Freddy's. This one is hammered by Carson Vance. Moran lunging with the blocker to make the save. Now at the near side boards. This will be taken by Rob Dara. Sets it up to the point for Vance. Given across to the far side wing at the hash marks. That is Neudecker. I thought initially it was Barber as he'll cycle back up to the point. Now Dara with a shot. Great reaction save with a far side leg pad by Moran. Rebound loose to Nutkovich. He feeds it up to the point. Hammered on goal by Vance. Knocked down by Moran. The rebound still loose, and the Marksmen cleared up the far side boards and out. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Fayetteville hanging on to a 4-2 lead. We've been treated to fantastic hockey games here in the Rocket City twice. And now the pressure on the Marksmen to finish the hockey game. Last 5 minutes are the hardest 5 minutes. Nutkovich feeds the far side wing. This pass will be taken into the attacking end by Dara. Feeds it to the far side wing for Gendanov, who sets up Vance quarterbacking the power play to the near wing. Nutkovich hammers a slapper. Moran says no. The rebound back behind the net, taken by Glover, and he'll zip it around the near side boards all the way down to Hunter Vorva's goal line. Keep in mind, yesterday, Vorva was pulled at the 4-minute mark. 40 seconds to go in the minor to Wilson. Vorva having a look at the bench where Glenn DiTullio is going to keep his netminder in for now. One more reset for Huntsville. 25 seconds to go in their power play. This is Bear Gendanov down the near side wing. Shoots it to the far side corner. Marksman, the first team there. Clubbed up the far side glass. It's out again. Methodical penalty kill for Fayetteville here will end in 10 seconds. Piacentini's ahead. Toe drags. Fires. Moran with a huge save. The rebound. Brent Moran melts it. Piacentini robbed. 4-2 the score remains. We'll go down the stretch with 3:45 to go in the third period right after this.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
.45 to go in the third period here from Huntsville, Alabama. The Fayetteville Marksmen have 6 seconds left to kill on a Freddy's penalty kill. Then we'll go back to five-a-side hockey. Hunter Vorva is pulled. And another very early pull for Huntsville, as Carson Vance will work back to the bench with a 6-on-4 advantage. The Marksmen win the face-off. The clearing attempt goes off the backside of the center, who's Mccloy. Now the Marksman will bring Wilson out of the box. He lifts Bauer Neudecker, who coughs up the puck, and the Marksman will pitch at the length of the rink. Foot race ensues. Cutting off Taylor Mccloy is Rob Dara. Dara leaves it in the near side corner for Jacob Barber. 3:20 to go in the third period as Barber turns it to the near side wing for Neudecker. Dumped in, Moran will slow it into the far side corner. Pionk overskates the puck, and it'll be taken there by Neudecker. Up to the far side wing, Nukovic with a low slap shot, tipped on the way through, just wide of the near post. Huntsville holds the line. Back behind the net's Nate Pionk on his backhand, lifts to the far side corner as Nukovic gives it all the way up to the point. It's taken by Neudecker, who will give right back to Nukovic. Neudecker quarterbacks to Dara. His one-timer blocked on the way through. The Marksmen clear up the near side glass. It's out. 2:45 to go in the third period. Marksmen up 4-2. Neudecker hurries it up to Dara. He'll dump it in all the way around the kick plate. Hoffman will yield to Tanner Fraze. Now Hoffman's got to take a club at it. Fraze is smothered on the far side boards by Robbie Fisher. Taken by Barber, who feeds Dara. Now Barber, then near face-off circle to Dara. Up to the quarterback, who is Nukovic. Sweeps across for Dara. His slapper knocked down by Brent Moran. Back to the quarterback, who is Nukovic. On the near side wing, Dara steps up to the near side blue line. Gives it up to the point. Vance hammers a slap shot, tipped on the way through. Moran diving as it swept to the far side corner. This is Tanner Fraze. Gives it up back behind the net. As Oliveri sends it into the near side corner. Marksmen need to get this one out, and they do. It's McNair. But Carson Vance awaiting at the red line. South of 2 minutes to go in this hockey game. Vance forced all the way behind his open net. We'll start things up from there. Looking at the near side wing, he has Kyle Clark. Instead gives to Matthew Newcomb. Newcomb works right up Broadway. He is punished by Zach Hoffman on a clean shot and a thunderous hit. On the far side boards, FX Sherrard gets tied up in a bevy of red jerseys. Pulled free by Newcomb initially. Derek Pearl put it right back into the fray. It's one free to Nukovic in the far side corner. His centering pass intercepted. Taylor Best has a gaze at the empty net, pitches it wide. Foot race ensues. Icing waved as FX Sherrard beat out the icing call. He blows a tire. Puck steered to the near side half wall. Kyle Clark gives to Nukovic. Nukovic down into the near side corner. Up to the point for Carson Vance, trying to set him up at the blue line. Vance settles to the near side face-off circle. It's Dara again. Dara trading places with Procopio. A minute to go in the hockey game. Dara's shot knocked down by Moran. The Marksmen are able to clear right back out to center. Time running down on the Huntsville Havoc. This could be a 4-game losing streak for a team that just a couple of weeks ago was the top of the SPHL. Fed to the far side boards, it's Gendenov. Dumped in. Hoffman beats his man into the far side corner. It goes. Gendenov has it. 35 seconds to go in the third period. Barrett Gendenov all the way up to the point. Pearl got to fire it. Gives to Nukovic. Back up for Pearl. Here it comes. Blocked on the way through. Moran with a stick save. Into the far side corner. Huntsville will set it up again. Pearl looking to let it fly. Will push to Nukovic. Back up for Pearl. Called for on the far side boards by Gendenov. His slapper's blocked. Now Nukovic back toward the net. 15 seconds to go. Nukovic with the puck back behind the cage. Back in front. Here's the slapper over the crossbar. Into the near side corner. Dara's got it. 5 seconds to go. Fayetteville coming home with 4 wins, baby. To the backboards. It's over. Painted black and orange. The Fayetteville Marksmen finish off the Huntsville Havoc. 4-2 the final. What an effort. What a win. Tyler Piacentini, the captain of this Huntsville group, with parting words for the Fayetteville Marksmen. And someone needs to get the little fellow off before he says something or does something that will send him off for a little longer. We'll keep it right here before we go off, as the Huntsville Havoc, frustrated back-to-back weekends by teams on the East Coast. For the Fayetteville Marksmen, an unbelievable amount of success on this road trip. They finish at 4-1 by sweeping the Huntsville Havoc in the season series. We'll be right back after this commercial break to put this one on ice for you during Marksman Postgame on the Marksman Radio Network.
And all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for $28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
For the final time in this eventful weekend, we welcome you back into the Fayetteville Marksmen broadcast booth on the road here at the Von Braun Center. The Fayetteville Marksmen gut this one out with a 4-2 win over the Huntsville Havoc. Final shots on goal in this hockey game for Huntsville, 46, and for the Fayetteville Marksmen, 25. This is a confidence-building win for a Marksman group that is going to have a chance to hit 40 regular season wins back home against the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs next weekend. Goodness gracious. This was an unbelievable hockey game. This was better than last night, and I thought the Marksmen had a really strong effort in this game and a lot to be very proud of for Corey Melkert and his group. Let's go ahead and put this game on reset for you. Scoring open, 6:42 into the first period. Zach Reimers gets a feed in front from Taylor Best to score his 11th of the season. We'd be 1-0 through the first period. Taylor Mccloy would make it 2-0 early in the second. 4:34 into the period. Collecting on a feed from Zach Hoffman and scoring to make it 2-0, but then that would awake the beast. The Huntsville Havoc tie the game on a goal from Bauer Neudecker and a shorthanded marker from Robbie Fisher, from Rob Dara and Tyler Piacentini, but the Marksmen get it back with a much-needed power play goal from Peyton Franti. That made it 3-2. Then Taylor Best found open space in the low slot, rips it by Hunter Vorva. That makes it 4-2. We would not have goals in the third period, but a competitive hockey game, and the Fayetteville Marksmen beat a really good opponent twice this weekend. They finished the season-long road trip going 4-1 in the hockey series between Pensacola and Huntsville. And this is just a really strong showing from a hockey team that is turning into being very dangerous. And I think Corey Melkert is going to be proud of the way his group played, especially in this last game, because it's hard to get up being away from home for so long, but coming away with 4 wins, including a series sweep against the mighty Huntsville Havoc, is something to be very, very proud of. And with the win, the Fayetteville Marksmen find themselves just 2 points in back of the Havoc. Peoria looking to get a win over the Vermilion County Bobcats. That will push Peoria into second place. Knoxville getting some breathing room in first as they win over Roanoke. So the standings should read as follows tomorrow morning: Knoxville, Peoria, Huntsville, Fayetteville, Quad City, Pensacola, Evansville, Roanoke. And that sets up next weekend where the Marksmen could be put in a position to go into third place in the league, and depending on what happens with Peoria against Quad City, a chance that maybe you could even work your way up to second and a game against Evansville, and that would be particularly interesting to see how that works out mathematically for this Fayetteville Marksman group. As it stands, this is an outstanding weekend, a huge success for the Fayetteville Marksmen. They finish off the Huntsville Havoc by a final count of 4-2 this evening. The Marksmen improved to 38-14-2 on the season. Huntsville falls to 39-13-2. The Marksmen go 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Huntsville goes 0 for 2. Final shots on goal for the Huntsville Havoc, 46, and for the Fayetteville Marksmen, 25. Folks, I'll be honest with you. I'm very excited to get back home to the sweet, sweet soil of the Sandhills for the regular season finale on Friday, April 8th and Saturday, April 9th. You can get tickets for those games by visiting marksmanhockey.com and clicking the Tickets tab. We hope you enjoyed this one as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, I'm Drew Blevins. Good night.